Hi. I did it right
I'm
this
chill.
time.
I'm Zen. Yeah.
I'm Zen.
Good job.
I'm not Zen from all the hype
Oh,
that's going on.
I'm a little
hype.
frazzle-brained, I'll be honest, but you know what? It's all good. All right.
Cool.
So, we're in the midst of the Tempest Sun Mage assignment, where you have been tasked. Real quick, speed run. Who remembers what the Tempest Sun Mages are about?
Are they one that I'm about?
I don't know.
If they are, I can tell you. If not, then I can't.
I can't tell you that. You tell me that.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Tempest Sun
First person to
Mages
answer
are an
gets a hero point.
organization of spellcasters who protect the Magaambya, the inner sea region, those oldest father
Mic
god
drop. Still counts. Duval, you get a hero point.
No! Google, you guys!
I can't.
We're at school, so yeah, there's gonna be pop quizzes.
Oh, that's
no.
fair. Let's check. That tracks.
That
As
was
long
the
as-
one reference
Alright.
I didn't save in my
Is that-
Pathfinder file.
As long as it's
no.
open note.
Yeah, open notes.
All right,
Somebody else
I don't
can
want to give out too many hero points before this, so we're gonna keep the next pop quiz for a little bit later. All right. So y'all, let me go to where we are. So okay, we're all on the campus map right now. That's cool. So I think where we ended up last session was talking to Essie and I believe just Essie was out there and she talked to you a little bit about the gremlins. And we rolled some knowledge checks to see what y'all knew. And after convincing Anchor Root, Taliatu rather, convincing Anchor Root to join y'all, because you found out there's like it seems like gremlins just like Gnolls, and you're hoping that might be a little bit helpful. So just because her sense of duty, she agreed to join you. Meanwhile, there's enjoying some waffles and peanut butter and other good breakfast noms as you join back up and walk across campus to the storage barn. Here, I believe you're entering like the large storage barn, and you did see one room that had a broom handle stuck sideways through it that's kind of jammed. And you believe that that would be probably where they got stuck in there somewhere. So we're here. Anchor Root is kind of probably cowering a little bit behind Tall, like staying a little bit far back. What do you all do?
So we're at the closet.
Yeah, you're in the storage barn, in front of the door.
Okay.
I'll kind of lean in and see if I can hear anything.
Make a perception check.
Sure. Oh, that's starting off hot. It's terrible.
Yes. It's okay. Get it out now.
Yep, right. That's a 7.
Oh no.
Okay. So you lean in and you kind of like put your ear up to the door and you're trying to hear anything, but no, it's pretty quiet in there right now. You don't really hear anything. It could be like the shuffling and whimpering from like Anchor Root behind you that, but you don't know.
Yeah. No, it's kind of whispered. Seems quiet.
What if we make noise to see if they hear us? Maybe they're sleeping.
Kind of just do a quick rap knock.
Wouldn't it be best if we were going in there and they were sleeping now?
Oh, I can fix that.
Well, if we scare them, then we will definitely have to fight.
As Hideaki kind of raps on the door, all of a sudden you do hear some skittering, like
I just kind of
maybe some glass like clinking.
Yeah, I raise a finger and I'm just like, do I get it's like kind of a collection of like reaction, not like a number?
What do you mean a number?
Yeah, like would I be able to sense from the door like, all right, that's like I heard like 7.
Oh, no. You
That's
hear it's more just like the clinking of glasses and like stuff shuffling.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
gotcha.
hard to tell like
It could be 1, it could be a million.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
I cast approximate, so I know how many there are back there. No, I'm just kidding.
Pretty sure that he's visual.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Are we aware if these creatures are able to speak our language, or are these more animalistic?
so I'm trying to remember last session who. I mean, I know we got
rolled,
some
like,
successful.
A 20
Yeah, that wasn't me.
plus.
Yeah. I would say yes. I mean, you know that they speak. They're known to like communicate and to speak, but you don't know if you speak that language or like what exact language they speak.
Okay.
If we had told everyone this, then Ark will kind of turn his back to the door and look to everyone and say, "Shall we all attempt to tell them we mean no harm before coming through, so we do not get attacked? Should we?" He kind of glances down at Ark, or not Ark, sorry, at Anchor. He glances down at himself.
Yeah.
He kind of
Really,
glances
Ark?
down at Anchor Root and is like, "Shall we allow Anchor to go first?"
If
Like,
you'd like.
Like is ducks behind, like as far away.
I'll kind of take a knee. How are you feeling about that?
Oh, I don't. mm, I really can't like fight or anything. And I don't want to get hurt. And I don't want to hurt anybody. But at this, I'm really
Okay.
sorry.
okay.
I can.
But you're going to be great at this. And on top of that, if anything goes weird, we're literally right behind you. We'll take anything that comes out our way.
What,
Do you
what-
want me
what
to
if they-
go in with you?
You, I don't know that I could go in first. It's what if they
I can go, I
don't
can go
know?
in side by side. We can go in together.
Oh,
Would you like us to tell them that we're coming in and that we don't mean any harm first? Would that make you
Um,
feel somewhat safer?
maybe.
All right, well, we can give it a try. And Arafe will cast message
Ooh.
to one of the creatures inside. Just kind of pick a direction, be like, I'll hit one, I'm sure.
I'm sure there's enough in there.
There's enough in
There's
there.
there's a
General
few.
direction.
Welcome.
We got them scurrying around in there. And let's see, does it say how long? Short message. Okay.
Does it say the target of that? Do you have to have visual?
I don't see, but let me double check your.
And if
It says it's transferred to the ears of the target.
yeah, there is. So we found out with Pathfinder2e, it's a little kind of like nested rules, but there is a weird implication that almost every spell you will have visual unless said otherwise, basically.
Mm.
Okay.
Even
That you
even
need
with-
visual.
Yeah, but the thing is that can we double check Waffles? My resident rules lawyer. Can you double check message?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the archives.
In the meantime, I could ask, is there like a crack in the door that we could see through, or is there a gap underneath that possibly we could
there-
see through?
Not particular. Like, so
Okay.
it's like a storage barn door, so it's kind of just like wedged shut right now, and it seems pretty. If there's a crack, it's like you're barely gonna really get
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, there's Pathfinder2e and Starfinder are weird like this. They don't. I think it's. To be honest, I think it's like to save words and spells and stuff. But basically, it's assumed that every spell is going to have line of sight, and what line of sight means is you have to be able to precisely sense the area, and it's not blocked by a solid barrier. So, like,
Fair enough.
say there was a darkness spell cast, and you knew what that area looked like, you can still cast a spell inside that darkness. But since there's a solid barrier in front of you, then you don't have line of sight.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm just gonna put this out in the universe. We totally need like a sound bite for like the more you know. When we do learning. I want that every time, so I can just like hit that button and then Waffle like
Yep.
drop some
Stream
lore.
deck.
Yes. All right.
Okay. Well, I guess that doesn't work then.
Mm.
So in that case, so if Tal and Inker go in together, and then I'll kind of just be just right outside of a visual, but just right around the corner, right next to the door, and I can just whip around and voila if I need to.
Okay.
Should we just speak through the door prior?
I mean,
Yeah.
good.
If not, that is okay. I am just exhausting all options before.
No. It's not a bad idea. I mean, we've already knocked on the door. They're already aware someone's here. And I feel like it would make Anchorroot feel a little better about the situation if maybe we could establish some sort of, general understanding before going in.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Ark will start to step up unless someone stops him.
Why don't I give it a try?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
I'll just knock and go, hello? We're here to just speak with you. Is it all right if we come in? We don't mean any harm. We have a friend with us that'd like to meet you.
You hear more like clinking and like scuttling, but you don't hear a response. Actually, I should double check. What language are you speaking?
I will try it in the common tongue first.
Sure.
And then if I don't get a response, I'll try saying it again in Shadow Tongue. Because those are the only two I know.
Okay. Yeah, and neither seem to get a response.
And I think at that,
Okay, Ark, maybe you are better for this.
Ark will give like a slight head bow and step forward, and then he will just say a greetings word in each language that he knows, which, as y'all sit there and listen, is a lot.
Numerous.
Just a couple.
Common.
I'm like,
Yeah, Common and Drawfin, which is the android language. Elven, Mwangi, Dwarven, Jotun, Orcish, and Aslanti.
Wow.
Okay.
I might need him to teach me some of those.
Say the last
Seriously.
bits ones again.
Jotun and Orcish, Dwarven.
Okay. All right. So you go and you just all of you watch as like almost like a recording. They just 1, 2, 3 try different languages, but you don't get a response. Yes, Tal.
So I know a decent amount about gremlins. Would I happen to know if they speak Sylvan?
Yeah, you know that they're heritage. So like I think you roll
They're fey creatures that cause misfortune to other
Yes.
creatures.
yes. However, no, they don't.
Hideaki will sigh. All right, and I open the door.
I was waiting for it.
Excellent.
Perfect. Really fun fact. I'm not trying to delay this, I promise, but I always did enjoy how Pathfinder2e handles it. What's common in this world, right? The language for common. The assumption is that a common language is useful in any campaign, but because this campaign is set in the Mwangi Expanse, common here refers to Mwangi.
Yeah.
So this is just an update for anybody who on your character sheet, if you have like common and Mwangi, if in this case, you can just have your common be Mwangi. Taldane is like the typical common elsewhere. So you can decide like if you want your common to be Mwangi or your to be Taldane, pending where you're from. But I always thought
Love that.
that was really cool.
That's cool.
Love
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
You'll love to see.
Okay.
it.
Well,
When Hideaki begins to throw the door open, if I have time, Ark immediately draws his the stick from his back.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Yes, I love it. Okay, so
if we have the moment, just knowing that that Anchorroot is afraid of being hurt, I am going to go ahead and cast a focus spell.
I was also going to cast a spell on Anchorroot.
Oh, so I
Isn't that
well,
so
let's do this.
Isn't that
Let's
great?
do this.
Yeah.
You go ahead. Go ahead and do that. At the same time, everybody, let me get the initiative tracker out here, and just for ease of like how things are happening, let's just go ahead and roll some initiative. But
Yeah,
I'll put
sure.
this
Let's
thing out there.
go.
Yeah,
was
not
waiting for
because
you.
you're fighting or anything. You know, just
It's just
cause.
an
Just
honor.
in general.
I literally
Don't
was
you know?
waiting for all of us to do things, and then you're like, the door's locked.
How amazing that would have been.
Would have been pretty awesome.
I know
That
what
tracks.
initiative is. There it is. There it is.
Do I need to roll it again?
You know what? I rolled a 1.
Oh, I
I'm
was
gonna
supposed
use
to.
it.
I was supposed to click
can't
my
see
character.
any tokens to
Wait,
click
that's
on.
okay. It's okay. You're right. There's no
Okay,
tokens yet.
that's want to make.
Oh,
Like,
wait.
did I do something
I
wrong?
rolled too
I'm
soon.
gonna do
I
this.
do that?
Help
Did I
us!
do
Help
that?
us, Gia!
Help.
And I think for the first time, I don't have to say, where the hell is perception? Because I actually remember where it is this time.
Yo!
Y'all,
Yay.
we're learning.
Look at we're learning.
Yay!
We got it.
Smarter than I was last week. Yay!
Yeah, I'm in danger.
Right. So, y'all are out here. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this.
You know the door. Oh, open the door. I want to see it. I want to see it.
You think the darkness is your ally?
Did you open it?
I did. I'm curious what you guys see.
It's still all
Absolutely
black because
nothing.
we're not on
Darkness. The
Okay,
darkness is spreading.
So here's what I need to know to get y'all. This is what everybody tunes in for, figuring out token maps.
Yes.
What order are you guys in? So obviously, Hideaki opened that door, so I'm gonna go ahead and place you right on the inside.
Sure.
Do you see anything?
I do. I see a room.
Boom.
There I am. Hello.
What's
Yeah.
me
I
doing?
realized
I have
everybody was
arrived.
on the wrong lane.
I have arrived.
I have arrived.
Don't at me.
Don't at me.
Don't at me. Okay.
Don't at me,
all
I'm
right.
here.
Oh, this is
so-
cute.
I'm gonna put Anchor Root kind of stuck to you.
I love them
Tom.
so much. They're so cute.
And I think
So
I don't want to go over Ark so we don't lose him, but I would be standing next to Anchorroot too because I was getting ready to cast.
Yeah, I think Ark would be as close to the door as he could be. But if he can't, yeah, that's probably good.
All right, click on the token.
Okay, cool. So, so you guys open the door. Hideaki opens the door. Inside, you see this semicircular shaped room, 10-foot high ceiling with 2 sets of shelves, like one like kind of 3 feet off the ground, the other 7 feet off the ground. There's no windows in here. It would typically be completely, pitch black in here, except that some sun rods, which are the equivalent of like glow sticks, to be honest. Some sun rods
The rave room.
have spilled through onto the floor from a barrel that seems to be like gnawed through on the side. There are several broken jars on the floor. This place looks like a bit of a mess. All right. Yes. We're getting initiative back in here.
Yes.
Tal, I can happily change that back to your original 18. Not
Sure. That,
You know.
I mean, I'm not going to complain.
Perfect. Okay. My stuff.
Speaking of bum, should we be hearing music?
Yeah, I don't know where to start. You know what? Let's
I'm the
go
music.
back.
Nothing, comma. currently.
Oh, look at this Sirenscape. By the way, shout out
The
Sirenscape.
system is down. The
Uh-huh.
system
There's
is
a
down.
storage barn.
Do-do-do-do,
Let's listen to the storage barn.
Thank you, Star.
Ooh. Cool.
I just threw back to
Um,
ages ago with that one.
Yo.
Alrighty. And as you hear things being thrown around, that hasn't happened yet. You know what? Hold on. Spoilers.
No, no.
Spoilers.
Not tasty.
It's
no.
cool. It's
The
cool. All right.
sound.
I'm doing great tonight. All right. So,
Awesome. You're doing awesome.
honestly, the biggest challenge is not like telling the story, but like managing Roll20. Not something that I'm used to doing, but it's all good. All right. So, are you following like directly after him, Tal?
Yes. And I would have like extended my hand down if Anchor Root wanted to take it.
Okay. So, and the only other thing, Hideaki, I do not see you on the initiative.
Because I didn't.
He
use it.
rolled, but
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, so if you want to roll in real life, that's totally cool. You just
Yep.
need to grab your token
Mhm.
and hit like initiative anyways, and then you can just change the number that shows up.
Okay. Got it.
Do it!
Doing it.
Do it.
Do it now.
Shut up, Carrick.
You need to know where initiative is because I can tell you now on the sheet.
Yeah.
It's in the bottom right. There's a whole perception box.
I lost it at the token. That's what I think I was like misunderstanding the situation.
Oh, you just touch your token. Just make sure it's selected. It pops up like the 3 colored circles, and then you hit initiative on your character sheet, and it should just auto pop it in. Look at that.
Yeah, which is way better than what I actually rolled.
That's honesty right
What
there.
did you actually roll?
That.
Oh, okay. Oh, you changed it. Cool. Perfect. All right, gorgeous. All right, so as you enter, as you just like open that door, by the way, Anchor Root, like she jumps, like you feel her jump next to you, Tal, as she's just nerves on end here. So as you enter, Hideaki, how far up are you going? Like you open the door, you walk in there, go ahead and like your character.
I wouldn't essentially like it's like is it one of those like forward doors or is it out and to the side? Like
It's like actually a sliding door, like the
it's a sliding door.
doors.
Oh,
yeah.
then I would have just been wham with like reckless abandon and loud sound in true Hideaki fashion, and then just bellow anyone that wanted to go forward. So I wouldn't necessarily like, but I get it from like the sake of this particular map, like me being there makes a lot of sense. But yeah.
Perfect. All right, we'll do this. We'll go ahead and bring you up, and then doors open. You guys see into this room.
I would hold my hand down and I would look at Anchor Root and I would say, "You ready to go in?"
No.
Will you go in with me anyway?
If I have to.
I'll make sure you don't get hurt.
You're going to be just fine, and I'm going to cast Lifelink.
Hey!
Nice.
Hey, why don't you? What is Lifelink? What does it do?
What did it do though?
So
cast it.
So as I go for it, I'm going to go. You're going to be just fine, and you'll see this like pale moonlight type light come from my hand and stretch out towards Anchor Root. And as I do that, some small plants start to grow around my feet as well as my curse starts to activate. And essentially our life is linked, so I will take the first 3 damage of every hit she takes.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. And then you say your curse starts to activate. What does that mean? What does that mean?
So that is where as my curse starts to activate, I do start to, I guess in my mind, I start to lose control of that light ability of my skin, so that will start to glow a little bit. But it is that my life actually starts seeping from me, so that's where the plants growing from the ground come from, as my life force kind of goes into other things around me.
Yeah, so you see these tendrils for like the that are coming up like your feet. They're like they kind of merge into you after a bit, and it almost looks like there's like some light kind of being pulled down into them as this tendril of like moonlight links from like the center of like your sternum out towards Anchor Root and like kind of wraps around her wrist or something. All right, cool. So as you do that, so Tal, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring you over here.
We'll do some
Hideaki, for the
swapsies.
sake. And we're gonna have you come in and Anchor
ASMR?
is
It's
gonna
time
just
This is so
yeah.
scary.
Pathfinder2e.
I gotta set the mood. I gotta get the tension going. I'm sorry. Why you call me out like that?
Roll initiative.
Let's go. We already rolled initiative. That's okay. All right. So
When did this turn an ASMR stream?
yeah.
Just take
Now
a note.
apparently. Okay. So as this happens, I'm sorry, Twitch. Don't ban this. We're gonna go ahead, and as you step through, and actually, I'm just gonna bring you right back there. Immediately as you step into the room, you hear this like chittering and this like as out from behind on the shelves, out from behind jars and anything that they could hide behind, show up these little gremlins.
Oh, look how tiny!
And you look around, and
Oh,
more show up.
Oh no.
that's
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And they rolled a 24 on their initiative.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Sure. And they were ready
Wonderful.
for you. They heard you. They were ready for you. And
They
as
were
soon-
ready for us, friends.
No.
I wonder why.
Because we're trying to be nice people.
Yeah,
As
that's a takeaway.
soon as you step in through that door, you know it. A jar just comes flying at you. Let's.
So I have a question about the logistics of how we walk in. Mostly because
Sure.
that'll change how I react. Is the door big enough for one person to go in at a time, or two people to go in side by side?
One at a time.
Fantastic. So I'm going in first, and I would lead Anchor in it, just for the sake of logistics and because I don't want the sweet bean hurt. Waffles and
Absolutely.
Can I chime in slightly too?
Yeah, of course.
With a rules clarification. In Pathfinder2e, you can move through any of your ally space as long as you don't end there.
Mm-hmm.
So like you
Yay.
can literally walk like down a line of your allies as long as you don't end in their space.
Hey, that's nice.
Okay. So this thrown bottle coming at you, with a 13 to hit.
Oh, surprisingly, I don't think that. Oh, nope, it just hits. Just kidding. Whoops.
Going to put these in two sets so they're not like crazy on us here. Perfect. So it just hits. Oh no. That's okay. That's cool. That's cool. And what it is it gets thrown at you, but it kind of gets thrown at your feet. And they're really just and you hear them giggling and cackling as they do this. Interestingly, you can tell their aim, and it goes like right at you, but it lands like right between your feet, and it shatters out. It is non-lethal in that effect, interestingly enough, but you still take damage, and that is 3 damage.
All right. I don't like it, but I'll take it.
And there's like shattered glass at your feet. And then the other one kind of cackling, seeing somebody through the door, which I guess would be Anchor, huh? What you guys?
Yeah.
Is going to try to aim past you through the door, so I am going to take a little bit of a minus for. They just want to be like, and they're going to throw. Oh!
Don't you dare! Don't you
Nah,
say those
20.
words and let me. Don't you dare!
Holy shit.
That's the 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Anchor's dead.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
not fully seeing through the door, just seeing somebody go through that door, they go ahead and they this is not what I was thinking was gonna happen.
No, it's fine.
And Anchor takes 6 damage.
That comes to me.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay,
my
so
God.
yeah, Anchor
Regret.
We're good. We're
I don't even know. I just hear crash. Oh.
yeah. Oh God. Oh, I think blood. Oh no. Oh. And you can see her like starting to really freak out. But it's not hurt. Actually, I didn't roll initiative for her, so let me do that real quick. But yeah, she's yep.
Airfay, how long
They're at
does
the
your
other.
lifelink work?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah,
The
so the
whole
first
combat.
strike. Yeah, so the first strike that goes on her each round I will take 3 of that damage each time, and then the rest goes.
Okay,
through.
so it's not each attack, but one
three
per round.
damage.
Each,
But it's 3
yeah.
damage, so you'll only take 3 of that damage.
Correct.
Is it each time damage is received or just once per round?
The first time each round that the target takes damage.
So just once. That's fine. All right.
I take 3 and reduce that damage that they take
For sure.
Okay.
by 3.
So you see this happen, Tal, and it is your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do what I was gonna do before and was distracted by the door just being flung open. Did Ankaru take my hand? Never mind. It's
when
not touch. It doesn't matter. It's not touch.
Okay.
Um.
Then you won't know. No kidding. She's actively pulling away from you.
Okay. Okay.
You're on deck.
Everything changed when the child was hit with a weapon. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to do what I was going to do. So I will seeing this thing hit Ankaroot and seeing it hurt her.
About as much as it hurt you in terms of reference.
Yeah. I'm going to looking up towards these gremlins. I am going to reach my hand back and like very lightly brush them against her. I don't need to, but I'm going to. And there's a little wisp of kind of dark smoke that trails off my fingers, and very similarly to what Airfay did, just kind of like loops around one of Ankaroot's fingers, kind of like a ring, and a similar one appears on Tal's hand as I cast Spirit Link.
Ooh.
Which I'll put in the chat. Yeah. So Spirit Link is a little bit different. It lasts for up to 10 minutes. When I cast a spell and at the start of each of my turns, if the target, Ankaroot, is below minimum hit points, it regains 2 hit points, or the difference between its current and max hit points if it's lower. There's extra stuff in there. I lose that many hit points that the target regains.
So okay, cool. So that's fascinating. So
Yeah.
just the dichotomy of like, so
Yeah.
these roots start pulling life energy out of air as like beam of moonlight connects to Anchor Root, whereas Tal reaches back and this sort of smoky connection swirls around a finger, kind of like when you tie like a string around their finger, and it ties to Tal as well, and then you see it there, and you see that smoke kind of in a line before it fully dissipates, but you know it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And Anchor Root is just like freaking out, but these two connections to two different. Amazing.
And then with my last action, I'm going to move in. I'm going to look to Anchor Root, and I'm going to say, "It's okay to hide," and I'm going to run in as far as I can go, which I think is 25 feet or something like that.
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Straight ahead.
Full 25 feet.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull out. I think I have a staff, so I'm gonna just pull that out just so I have something.
Yeah, you got it. Technically it's an interact action to pull something.
Oh, okay. Then I can just
honestly,
run forward because I have like
I'm of the mindset that you guys were like walking into here talking about, but like you're gonna have a staff out with you. That's fine. I'm totally just wanted you to know that typically that would be if it's like a potion or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh,
okay.
So as an aside, Anchor Root does regain 2 hit points, and I do lose 2 hit points.
Right away off the bat?
I guess I'm hung up on the it's like it regains 2 hit points or the difference between its current and maximum hit points if that is lower.
Basically, it's saying it can't go over max hit points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it does say when you cast this spell, so yep, absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. This is great.
Yeah, and so she sees like you go to touch her, right? And you just kind of like you brush her arm just a touch, and you see like some of like the scratches that had like come from the glass heal up.
And like
And
I think
links to
it,
the
it
ground.
mirrors identically on Tao. Whatever wounds were
Yeah,
healed.
you start like bleeding through your arm a little bit as it kind of cuts through. As you run into the room and you get towards the shelves, go ahead and roll me a will save at disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
And if anybody recalls, it's disadvantage.
Sorry.
I got it. Okay.
If anyone
So that
recalls
is
what are we recalling?
The unluck aura. These little gremlins have an aura of unluck. And you... Yeah, okay, so that is DC 16. You got an 11. So just a reminder, you must, from this point, you must roll twice at anything you do, any check. You always take the worst results. You're at permanent disadvantage right now.
Oh no!
That's not good. I protest.
Oh, I think you're unmuted in.
I got it.
Oh,
Unmuted.
Never mind.
Okay.
There was so much star
I'm
everywhere.
sorry. I'm so
Man,
sorry.
what a perfect place for that to happen, though, for real.
That's
Right?
true. Okay, all right. Next up is Ark.
I killed our cameras. Hold on.
No!
Oh no!
No.
I'm
was
sorry. I
trying to
think
go
that
mute.
happened when I went to go
Everyone's
get the
unlocked.
audio attached so I could hear the music, and it must have unmuted me. So my apologies.
It's only me.
They'll be up really quick.
By the way,
I
I
have
have my tiger stripes on today. So
I
got
saw
saw
that.
that.
It looks really cool.
Very nice.
shout out to Abria for the inspiration of just doing makeup the way you fucking want to.
Hey!
Hell yeah!
All right, we're good.
Which, by the way, we met her this past weekend. Okay.
No issues today whatsoever. I agree. Okay. All right.
Yeah, everything's smooth.
All right. So Ark has the stick drawn off his back. Basically, this very large, like kind of whittled stick that acts as a staff. They are going to begin to move in. So 5 feet, and then they see this many people. Was it said about this unluck aura, like out loud?
That would be Tall if she spoke it or not, but I think you guys were discussing it, so yes.
I think that the general idea was that they just kind of make stuff a little less good.
Right.
Tal forgot about it though, as
Yeah.
did I.
We got told they cause misfortune to those around them.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ah,
And I think it's perfectly, like, you probably just caught up with worrying about Anchor Root and running in there. Like, I think that makes sense.
for sure. I think knowing that Art is going to hold their staff in one hand, they're going to stop the move right here and kind of look at Anchor Root and say, if you're scared, just stay behind. And pull a bola out from their side because it deals non-lethal damage and they understand that this will not kill them. And they're going to fling it, not trying to trip this gremlin, but they are going to attempt to hit them.
Okay, which one?
X, I gotta move a little because it's only 20 feet, unfortunately. So this one right here to the top. The top.
So you are within 20 feet of them?
I am.
All right, as you take that, like, you're like, I'm trying to, like, aim, and you're like, and you take that extra step forward, go ahead and roll me a will save.
Will's,
no!
At disadvantage.
Will's not my thing. It's highly unlikely I make this. You said DC 16?
Stranger
DC
things have
16?
happened.
And disadvantage. Ooh.
Dang it!
Oh,
So
That's a natty
close.
one.
Natty
Dang.
one. I'll take the nat one. That's fine.
So
I'll
taking,
take
oh yeah,
that.
reminder to those that do have hero points, but on a, oh, and you know what, I always forget to say this, if you are watching this live, and, or, hey, anybody watching, like, afterwards on YouTube or something, you're like, I wanna participate, come watch us live. But for those of you that are here live, you can, as always, hero points to our lovely players or me. I have too many already.
Don't give them. Don't give them to
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
give
And give it to me. Give it to me.
Also, it's
Like-
called an owl bear nugget, by the way.
That's
It's
true.
that
Oh, sorry,
one.
yes.
It's not hero points. It's called an owl bear
Yes,
nugget.
that's my bad. It is the WMS hero point, which is an owlbear nugget.
So do I only
Don't
have,
ask.
with the crit fail, do I only have unluck?
Yeah, I'm trying to double check, but correct. Yeah, it does not make too much of a difference here. Luckily for you, a good time for a natural one.
All right.
But you are affected by the unluck aura.
Well, he'll let
Duval also gets another thing.
he'll let the bola
Hey.
fly then, and
Thank you,
probably
Nick.
miss, but we'll see.
Let's find out.
A 24 and a 20.
Well.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Probably missed my
Hey.
butt. All right.
Natural
Wow.
17 and natural 13. Gotta be happy, you know.
Yeah. Where
Well, just
Okay,
gonna say
yes,
that Nick is
okay.
so awesome.
Nick is amazing. Yes. So Duval, you have a hero point.
Mhm,
So, with that makes you 2, right?
I
I
have 2
awarded you
now.
1. Yeah,
Mhm,
perfect.
mhm.
All right, and I've reminded everybody you cannot have more than 3.
Unless you're the
At
champ.
one point. No, I'm maxing myself out. But keep them coming. Okay, so yeah, that hits, and that is 5 damage.
5 bludgeoning damage as you see this little
Five?
this it's basically a
bludgeoning.
very small rope that has like stones tied around the end, and that he just like slings it. It's like stones from his cave at home. He slings it and it just probably whacks this little gremlin in the head. Non-lethal damage.
Perfect. All right. How many? Do you have any other actions? Anything else?
That's it, because I had to draw that thing. So
Okay. Hideaki.
So, as people start to charge in the room, you still got this, and like I kind of like rub, like kind of pat him on the head, charge into the room, about right here. So,
Perfect.
So we'll save, right?
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, let's do it.
Actually,
oh
hold
god.
on, wait. That might be just. No, that's outside.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
you're good.
3.
Uh,
I accidentally did the thing. Okay. As we
Diagonals
look at
are
all
funky.
of us. Look at all of us doing stuff.
I'll be
This is actually perfect though. One thing that you all would notice that I keep forgetting to advise is whenever Overnosa is out, the kind of the natural golden eyes of Hideaki change into this glowing, intelligent golden eyes with a pointed octagram that is drawn on top, and he raises his hands and says, "Enough!" and casts sleep on all of them.
Oh,
It's 30
snap.
It's 30 feet from it's a 30 feet range, I think is the word I'm
Is
looking
it a
for.
cone?
He has a cone emanation.
Each creature in the area, the range
Oh,
being
that's
30 feet,
also
becomes
me.
drowsed. That's fine.
Fantastic. That's
It's
fine.
It's fine.
Gonna say, is
Wait,
it
yeah,
all
each-
of us then?
Hold on. Can you ping
Oh,
the
yeah.
spell? Oh wait, no, you don't have it on Roll20, do you?
I'll drop it. I have this.
so it is a range of 30 feet, but it's a 5-foot burst of an area.
Mm-hmm.
So you can
so what that means?
you can cast it anywhere within 30 feet, but it's a 5-foot burst.
Okay, that's totally fine.
Yeah, so basically it's gonna be 4 squares.
Another cone. That's fine. In that case,
That makes sense.
that does make sense.
9 squares. Point.
So
Okay.
essentially I could only get 1 then. It looks like, if that's correct. So I'll tag the one up top here, and they need to give
The topmost, the one that's been hit.
Actually, yeah. In that case, I'll all the way to the bottom. Just do it the opposite way.
Okay, so the one all the way at the bottom.
Yep, that's a little save.
Will save. Oh,
DC
I can do
16.
that. 16.
you
So
really?
meets. Yeah.
So you still take -1 status penalty to
Ooh.
perception checks for 1 round. But other than
Okay.
that, you're not
Just
asleep.
kind of gets like a little sleepy, and it's just like rubbing its eyes. Just...
Okay. And
Yawns
then
being loud.
that's my 3 actions. So that's it.
It's actually
for me.
really cute if it wasn't throwing jars at you.
Yeah, for real.
Take
So
this jar, I'm
not
sleepy.
But yeah, so that did not work.
That
The
did
way
not
that I
work
planned.
too well,
But that's
but it's
okay.
alright.
It's all right. It's all the turns. I think that's me. Movement, action. That's one movement.
2 action
then 2
spell and
actions.
then 1 move.
Yep, we're
All
done.
right, cool. Also, I don't know who was drawing arrows, but totally got called out that you are with. But I said what I said, so that's okay. Diagonals are funky. So.
I'll roll it. Cool.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Perfect.
So is speaking to someone take one of the 3 actions of your turn?
No,
I didn't
that
think
would
so.
be
I didn't see
totally
it in the
fine.
list, but I wanted to check. So I will start to move in, and as I pass by Anchorwood, I'll say, just stay behind me. Let them see you. And I'll move inside, just so that I can be just in front of her when she comes in the door. I am then going to cast Read the Air.
Ooh.
To try and assess this little situation. So I can pick up on clues about the social situation. I can use recall knowledge using society to gain the information about the immediate situation. Then I get +1 on diplomacy checks.
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your diplomacy. Roll society.
Society. 16.
16. Okay. So, oh yeah. By the way, I think Erfa, you are pinging things only to the GM. If you want people to see your spells, you can untoggle that somewhere in your character.
I will figure that out.
It's to the
Sorry.
left. It's to the left of character. Very close to the top. There's this little chat-looking box.
Oh yeah. It's like a
Okay,
little
I
chat
see.
bubble.
All right, let me try pinging it again then, and see if everybody. Well, it's not. I'll ping the spell rather than the.
Sure. That's. Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
I got a 16 on that.
Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, you do air. I mean, so it's
Like, I guess what I'd be
Yeah.
looking for is like ways that I would be gleaning a way to reduce the situation if I can.
okay. And I've been told I'm cutting out a little. How do I sound? Okay.
Sound good on our end.
Cool. So you're looking, so it says, clues, social context, unspoken assumptions. So you're looking at these gremlins and you're assessing the situation, and it definitely looks like they're throwing things at you, but they're giggling and having fun and they're dodging. And so like to them it looks like it's a game. Like they're having fun and they're goofing
Okay.
off. And you saw like when the thing landed at Tal's feet, it was like smashed into the ground to make like a big noise, more so than aimed at Tal. So they're not,
It's not
just-
malicious.
They're being obnoxious to the highest.
They're having a snowball fight.
Yes, with glass.
Okay.
Someone didn't get the memo.
With glass. We're having a glass ball fight. It's fine. So with that, I'll just say I think they're having fun with us, but you'll be safe to come in, anchor it, and then I will also cast shield so that I can be in front of her and protect her. So I get a +1 to my AC till my next turn, and I just essentially want to be a wall for anchor it.
Perfect.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Next up are the other two. Surprise, Pugwampis are the kind of gremlins these are. I don't know if you roll. I don't know if that was known or not, but
I
that's who
think
they are.
it was.
I think it
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I need to retroact. I didn't realize read the air takes 2 actions, so my shield does not go up.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. So the other two. So this one went, and then the other one was just skittering and grabbing another glass. So these two down here. Actually, I'm gonna do this one and this one. So the one that yawned and was like, "Meow," and then looks at Hideaki and is just like, it chitters in something. Does anybody speak Undercommon?
I do.
You do.
I don't.
Of
I
course,
think
I should have
something
tried
else.
that first.
So Hideaki, you it looks at you and it's just like, that wasn't fun. And then it's gonna try to throw a glass jar at you that it grabbed. Let's do it. That's a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, it does, and it smacks into your arm. Unfortunately, it's like it didn't break, so it just like bruised your shoulder. 1 damage.
Okay.
And it
Are
drops
you
to the ground.
serious?
And then it squeaks and dives behind one of these like little barrels up here. Trying to hide. Put it there-ish. As it's going to go ahead and try to hide.
Is it like this big?
Perfect
Yeah,
timing
they
on this map.
are. What are they? They are tiny creatures.
So like this big?
Bigger than that. They're like
No.
they're like 2 to 4 feet probably as tiny creatures. So like a little smaller than a
Okay,
dwarf. Like
okay.
dwarves are still medium creatures. so-
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so somebody who has a character sheet up in front of them.
Yep.
What is
I got
the
one.
hide skill?
Oh, I was just looking at that.
Oh, stealth. Never
Stealth,
mind.
Yeah.
I know.
What is
Hey,
the
hey, yo,
spell?
syrup and stealth.
Thanks.
Hey, yo,
House
I'm,
cats are
I'm walking
tiny.
here.
Looks like a house
Walking
cat
here.
on their back feet.
This one Pugwampy's from Brooklyn. Actually,
yeah.
it's really funny. And it's like, yo, that wasn't fun.
Ah, yep,
Yes.
exactly.
And after it tries to throw that at you, by the way, and it dives behind, it like you don't see it. It disappeared behind that barrel.
Well,
I
With
just
a
look
natural
over.
freaking 20. All right.
OP.
I just look over Noza. That's all. That's all. That's it.
Actually, yeah. Where is Overnosa? Is he next to you?
Probably would have powdered into the room. But kind of.
I'll just stick him
individually. Yeah,
back
that's
there
fine.
in the room.
We actually, I'm gonna pipe in here. We actually got a YouTube comment real quick that said, "Hey, it said something along the lines of, "Hey, summoner, remember your act together action, like not in a bad way. It's like remember. So basically, summoners get an act together action. So
Yes.
you get to spend 1 action, and you get to do something, and Overnosa gets to do something.
Yep. I've done it before.
Heck yeah!
I will say
Hi,
that in the
Mander.
last one, that act together was just over coming in with you, just so that they're in there.
Yup.
See? Bam! Thanks, YouTube
Bam.
comments.
Heck yeah!
Hey.
So,
Real time feedback.
Heck yeah!
that was amazing. I was for a real split second. I was like, "Wait, like right now? How the heck they
Just
right?"
now. On
I'm the
YouTube.
future.
Streaming on YouTube too?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I was very confused. But if you're watching this later, thanks. Okay, and then the other one that's over here has also picked up another, like, I don't know, a spoon, and it's gonna fling it at you. And you know what? Tal's like right there.
Oh, okay.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
Listen,
and
I'm
it's
right
just,
here.
it does this thing where, like, you know how when you go to launch like something from a spoon, and it does that, but it just flings the whole spoon at you.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll. That's a 9 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They could have thrown it. Instead, they tried to do that flick, and it just kind of like tumbles straight down onto. Oh. Okay. That didn't work. Okay. Which, by the way, only Hideaki, you understand. All right. Now it's Anchor Root's turn. So here's what I'm gonna do, because she got hurt, and that like kind of froze her. But as each and every one of you passed, each and every one of you kind of were like, "You got this," or "Come here and I'll protect you," and all of those things. So what I want every single person to roll me. Actually, Ark, did you?
I said, if you're scared, you can stay here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Comforting.
Okay.
In Ark's way, it is comforting.
I was gonna say that
Listen.
was Ark being mindful of somebody else.
That's actually, yeah. Okay.
I'll take it.
Ark.
Yeah.
That's what she doesn't want to go into that room. So here's what I'm gonna have you do. You're gonna go ahead. What's your strongest social skill?
None of them. It would be intimidation or deception at a -1.
Oh dang!
That's right.
My diplomacy is a -2, so.
Hold on. This is gonna be fun.
I built this character how I thought they would work.
But your
I think
strongest,
it's perfect.
I mean,
go ahead and roll diplomacy
okay.
at a +2.
Okay, so that is 0.
So
Nice.
0 modifier, but you're gonna go ahead and roll that at advantage.
Hey!
Alright.
So
The
you built
rest
Ark
of
exactly
you-
the way he needed to be.
No doubt.
The rest of you go ahead and roll me diplomacy. Just regular. Let's see what comes of this, because Ark is telling her to do something opposite of the rest of you.
So Art got a 15 diplomacy.
Okay.
Hideaki got a 17 diplomacy.
Eric, I
Okay.
got an 18.
I haven't rolled it
Okay.
yet. 16.
Okay. All right. So you see her. Oh, you don't if you're not looking. And you see her kind of like glance at Ark and kind of like. And she was like clutching the arm that like was hurt, but some of that was healed up. And actually, it's the start of her turn. Tal, does the rest of that get? Is it on her turn or yours?
When you cast a spell and at the start of each of my turns.
Each of your turns. Okay.
Yeah.
So this bleeding thing of like glass that had cut through her became just like a scratch, and then every single one of you was like, "You got this," except for Ark. So she glances at Ark, and you see her like close her eyes, literally cover her eyes with her hands, and just take one step into the room. Like, if she can't see them, then maybe she can work up this courage. And she steps into. I'm so proud of her. And as she steps into the room, that's all she does. She doesn't do anything else. She did great.
You did great.
With you cheering her on, this Pagwampi, the one that actually attacked for, I was like, kill it. This one that attacked first is the first to see Anchor come through the door. And as they lay eyes on her, they're like, "Whoa!" And again, only Hideaki, like you understand this. Actually, no. Who speaks Gnoll?
Nope.
Okay, so in a language that now, Hideaki, you don't understand, they look around at their fellow little gremlins and Pagwampis here, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Oh. Well, you don't know what they say, actually. They're just... And they seem very excited. And Anchor...
Like a level of excitement that they, like, higher than what they were initially?
Yes, but they also kind of still for a second. As they, like the jars that they were holding, that they were going to go throw, they're like, "Oh." Oh. And they, like, put it down. They're like, "Oh." And so this one jumps down. Actually, it's going to scramble this way, like, along the shelf, dodging through some things. And it's going to get a better look in the back. And it talks to this one, and it kind of points towards Anchor as it's going to go ahead and climb down. It's about as far as it gets. And then this one, like, is nodding enthusiastically, and is going to basically, like, jump onto this barrel over here. Tal, it is your turn. They do not attack.
Tal senses something change and is going to turn around and see that kind of betwixt my friends, Anchorroot has stepped in here. Tal is going to keep the staff like in one of their hands, but is going to just kind of hold their position, keeping a close eye on the one that's closest to them, just to make sure that like nothing funny happens.
Sure.
But actually, what they're gonna do, they're gonna stay here, but they are going to call out to Anchorroot and say, "It's all right. Like we said, you have this." And I'm gonna cast guidance on Anchorroot.
Ooh.
Giving them +1 to an attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check in the next
Beautiful.
turn.
Gorgeous. All right. Is that it? Is that your turn?
Yeah, and I'll just like take a couple steps closer to Hideaki. Cause why not? They're not currently aggressive.
Not yet.
Perfect. All right.
They're about to be though.
They are.
Arc 2, it is your turn.
Alright, does Ark notice that they have stopped attacking?
I mean, they like scrambled down. One put the jar down. This one up here is still like the one that jumped onto the barrel is still holding a jar, but it's like almost just like not even looking at it. It's like, whoop, and he's trying to kind of like look through you. It is like trying to see behind you, clearly.
Sure. I'm trying to think. I have something that I think is really cool planned, but I'm trying to think if Ark would even conceive it. I'm gonna say you would. Look at them, the little blocks. Yeah. So Ark will kind of glance for a second, and then he will bend down in front of him and pick up 2 of these little sun rods, these glow sticks.
Okay.
Then he'll turn back to Anchorroot and say, "Here, wave these around. They seem to like you."
Anchorroot, her hands are like covering her eyes. She's like cowering.
Yeah, no, I think Ark would like literally be trying to like slip one between her hand and her face.
She just like takes one and it's just still hiding, waving one stick around. Perfect.
Oh, baby.
That's 2 of my actions.
Mm-hmm. Actually, do me a favor. As you bend down to pick up one of those sun rods, can you go ahead and make me a perception check?
5.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. So that's 2 of my actions. The third will be to... I think... Okay. The third will be to take a step back
Okay.
so they can see Anchor better.
Oh, okay. Perfect. And actually, let's see. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's the end of your turn. Hideaki, as this one comes closer, at the start of your turn, go ahead and make me a will save at disadvantage, please.
The first roll was a 2.
Well, okay. Anything you're doing will also be a disadvantage.
Okay, cool. So that's perfectly timed because a few things are going to happen kind of all at once. So shout out to you, YouTube. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to act together.
You, Mr. YouTube.
Mr.
YouTube himself.
Mr. YouTube himself. Yeah, Google, what up? I'm going to have Ornoza move kind of like a square towards me. And then at the same time, I'm going to raise a hand and this gale begins to whip around me. And I'm ready in action to Gale Blast. But what I'm going to say in Undercommon is, the way that you have fun is not the same way that we have fun. We should have a voice into how we have fun, because that's how we have fun together. And if you hurt them, I will destroy you.
Oh.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me intimidation, please.
Fortunately, this
Get it.
But,
Get it. Let's go.
Okay. First roll's great. Second roll's not as awesome, but that's still a 17 intimidation.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You said 2 actions to hold.
So actually,
That-
to hold and say that, and then to sort of help with the visual of the intimidation, I move like over Noza with me.
Okay.
Just to
Where do you
help.
want Overnosa? You want
Just
by
up
you?
next. Yeah, up next to me.
Perfect. Okay. Arafe.
So Arafe, seeing them start to pay more attention to Anchorette, and seeing Anchorette standing behind her with her hand still over her eyes, she's going to just turn around and kneel down to her level and go, "They are very happy to see you. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're here to protect you. Let them see that pretty face and just know they're going to come say hi. But we have you. You're going to be okay."
Go ahead and roll me diplomacy.
Diplomacy is what I'm good at. 16.
16.
Yay!
All right. Are you? So that's that would be a free action there to just talk. So anything you want to hold or do?
So I guess just what I would do is I would like just gently touch the hand that's on her face and start to gently pull it away so that she could resist if she wanted to. But just be like, "We got this," and I'll just hold onto her hand if she lets me take it. And then I would just stand and I'm going to cast shield in front of me. Be like, "We're gonna be okay."
Perfect. Beautiful. Look at y'all rallying around Anchor. And you do. So you.
WafflesMapleSyrup, your camera's frozen. And -2, I think.
Everybody
Oh,
is going good for ours, so it might be your internet.
No, it's on the stream. Not on.
Oh, on the
not
stream.
in Zoom. On the stream.
Oh.
Yeah, Star and I are.
Yeah,
Are good.
You
We're
and
still
Star are-
working.
Yeah, but everybody else is frozen.
We love tech. Y'all, the gremlins, they've come from the
It's lit-
storehouse.
Yeah,
into
this
our
is
ship.
it.
Yeah, the aura of unluck. That's actually like on
actually
us
here?
as the
It's just
players. Yeah,
all
it's
over.
really weird.
Yeah.
That was
But
weird.
boy,
Cool.
I look stoic as hell after that intimidation check. So
Yeah, you know.
Right?
it tracks.
Just that regal,
Nothing
gonna
will
be on the
faze
dollar bill
Duval.
look.
Regal.
That will just be my turn. I'll forgo the rest of my stuff.
King of hugs.
So as you start to pull her hand away, like her hand away from her own face. So here, let me actually do this. So hands free, no more push attack. So she has like one hand where she's holding that glow stick, and she's like doing this. Pull that one hand away, and she's like, oh. And she doesn't know what to do with the glow stick with the sun rod. Kind of like holds it, and she. Okay. And I'll wait for her turn, as it is the Pugwampies now. So, this one. The one at the bottom that Hideaki tried to put to sleep looks actually what typically is rolled against intimidation? I'm trying to.
I think it's usually your will DC.
Perfect, thank you.
So it's 10 plus your will save.
Can you remind me what that intimidation was? Was it 17, I think?
Yes, it was.
Perfect. Okay. So, this one at the top that was like coming towards kind of does give that secondary like, oh. But the one at the bottom that you put to sleep, it looks at you, and as Overnosa kind of comes in and kind of takes up some space and blocks Anchor Root fully from his perspective anyways, he glares at you a little bit, and he's just like, in Undercommon again. I don't care. We're here to have fun because we were told to. So I'm gonna have fun. And then he's gonna throw a glass at you, just in defiance. Actually, he's gonna do it towards Overnoza, just to get him out of the way so he can go look more at the Gnoll.
Interesting.
So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
Okay, then that is 4 damage as it kind of shatters against wing.
Okay, I will respond in kind by using my reaction to Gale Blast.
Perfect. How does Gale Blast work?
Gale Blast.
Oh, I'm
actually,
sorry.
No, I can't do it actually.
Oh no.
It's around me. It was. I forgot that I did it because I thought it would be really awesome dramatic effect. So it's fine. It would impact whoever is near me. But
is it
so
5
I'll
foot
keep
around
holding
you?
it. 5 foot emanation around me. Yeah. So I'll keep holding it. But
Can you technically do that out of Overnoza?
I could. I think.
Okay.
I think. But it's fine. It's fine because it's not near me it's not near Overnoza anyway. It's throwing.
Sure.
And it would be within 5 feet of almost me anyway. So.
I have a correction to make. I deeply apologize. This is my bad. Technically, he said all of that in a Brooklyn accent.
That's fair.
I don't know how to forgive you, but I think you will.
Yeah, I know. This is a tough one.
You know, to make that
I
better,
won't
we all
forgive
got
you. I
hero
have to.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I think
Matter of fact,
so.
if we took your hero points, I would feel a lot better.
I will -1 hero point in honor.
Oh no!
No, don't actually though. But don't actually though.
No,
We're
don't
being
actually.
trolls.
We're just being shit.
I don't forgive you at all. I want to hear it.
I would like to remind you that you live with her.
Want to have fun?
Yeah,
Perfect.
here it is.
Waffles is sleeping on the couch.
Actually, we got a new couch and it's really comfortable.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
go
see,
sleep on the
there we
couch. I don't
go.
care.
So was there that moment of Waffles going, yes,
Yes.
the couch?
Beautiful. Okay, all right. Cool. So that one does that, but the other one that kind of heard a little bit like the squeaking and came from Anchor, is going to also kind of scramble down. This one, it grabs another glass bottle from the shelf as it scampers down, and it kind of looks up at the one next to it and the one down below. It's kind of looking at them and is just in Undercommon, just going like, "Is it really? Is it really at all? Is that really? Can we do that? Is that okay?" And it's really, really hesitantly coming up over here. And actually, yeah, no, it's hesitant, so we're gonna do it up to there. As it's Anchor Root's turn.
Oh boy.
As she lowers her hand and still kind of holding her hand, and she sees this one start to approach and these two get closer, she squeaks and goes to pull away, but because you're holding her hand, to keep her from fully running out that door, she looks back and she's just like, "Hi." And she kind of looks at you, Arafe, "Please stop hurting my friends." She kind of leaves it a question mark.
She's so sweet.
As she does, this one, having heard that, eyes kind of widen and saucer, points to the one that was or responds to the one that was hesitant, and this time in Gnoll. So Hideaki, you don't understand, but Anchor does. And kind of just well, we don't have to. We did a lot of we had a ruckus. We had fun. We can stop now, right, guys? We can stop now. As it as they kind of just like talk amongst each other. But for you guys, it's just chatter. You don't quite know what they're. Tal, your turn. And I don't remember which one I said had a glass bottle still in his hand, but they go ahead and just deposit it on the ground.
The top one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Anchor Root heals whatever they have left, and ow.
Perfect.
It was just one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent. Ow. I think Tal was probably kind of generally facing towards Hideaki. And you would just see them like wince a little bit as like a little scratch just kind of appears on their face. But no, they're just standing with staff in hand, just like essentially holding a non-lethal attack in case anything decides to go sideways. They kind of feel like the vibe is going down away from that, but just in case, they're like...
That's like holding it kind of like behind your back. You're like...
Yeah.
Go. Anything else?
No, just holding and waiting. Just seeing. This is Anchor Root's show now.
Yep. All right. Arc 2.
Arc feels no vibes, and thus kind of looks at everyone, including Anchor, and says, "Are we still fighting?"
You guys can reply like short combos. I don't care about initiative for them.
Don't think so.
Putting down their things.
Okay.
And I'll release the Go Blast.
Yeah, I think
Release it outwards and hit everybody.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Yeah.
We still get knocked on our butts.
Yeah. Oh, you thought we were done? Oh, him.
I think
Art
would just spend his turn kind of moseying up to like here, if that makes sense. Kind of like on the Pugwampy side of things, just very like nonchalantly beginning to walk up, and we'll stand there.
Okay, because you're over here, and as you kind of walk up, you pass like right by here. Just describe a little bit as like you pass by. Like, are you watching them? Are you just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you encroach on their space?
It's relatively like, trying to think of the best way to explain it. Like, I don't want to say the word robotic, but like it kind of is. It's like emotionless, but he would keep his eye on them as he walks by, but it's not like he has his staff, like his hands on like the middle of his staff, so he clearly couldn't attack right now, and he just is like very clearly like, while he does have his shoulder and back turned to them, he is like has his eyes on them, if that makes sense.
Sure. Okay. So it does kind of like react as you come closer, but as you kind of don't eye it and don't really have any intention on it, it's like it like kind of like reaches for the glass bottle but doesn't, and just kind of watches you and then turns its attention back to Anchor. Anything else?
That's my turn.
Cool. Star, did you have something?
I would keep my hand on Anchoret and say, "You're doing wonderfully. We are here for you." And I'm just going to step to the side, still holding onto her hand so that, Anchor knows that we're here, but so that they can see her better.
Sure. We'll drop out of like temporary initiative. Like, I'm going to leave. Unless somebody's doing something in particular, we can be a little more fluid.
And as I'm still holding her hand, I'm just imagining, since we're still life linked, like that moonlight is kind of going like over our hands that are connected, and as I step, those small plants are still popping out of the floor where I step.
They as you step, they kind of like they snap off and like sizzle away, but then as you step down, it like they reconnect, and it's just kind of this weird like snap, and it's very weird.
Imagine it's kind of like the forest god in Princess Mononoke, but not as epic.
Oh, nice. Good reference, though. I love it. Good
Nowhere
movie
near
if
as
anybody
epic.
hasn't seen that.
Never
but-
seen it.
I know. We need to do.
Oh,
We're
haven't seen
totally
either
gonna
of
do Miyazaki movie nights in our Discord. Just as a heads up.
Spirited
haven't
Away
seen-
is my
Well,
absolute favorite.
I haven't seen
That one I
any
have
Miyazaki
seen.
movie.
That one is very good.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
hasn't
like
had
it.
any.
Yeah, you're in for a treat.
Oh,
Jeez.
waffles.
What a world
I want a
you
poll.
are about to pop into.
You know
Yep,
what?
yep,
This is not
yep.
related to the show, but in chat, if anybody has their favorite Miyazaki, put on that and we'll.
My neighbor Totoro.
Yes.
Totoro is my
How's-
first, but Spirited
how's
Away
moving-
is my favorite.
Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite.
Okay, I haven't seen
Howl's
Howl's in a
Moving
while.
Castle
I need to see
so-
it again.
All right. we're playing.
Oh, yeah,
we're playing
game.
Pathfinder.
Another fantasy game. Let's go.
I can assist bringing us back in. So there's probably for the first time an air of absolute frustration on Hideaki's face. They were told to do this.
You say that out loud.
I do. And then I switch to Undercommon and look over and say, who told you that this was fun? And who told you that this is okay to attack people as they open a door?
The one that you're looking at, as like both of these are kind of trying to skirt around you and are like wary of.
Yeah. I move Renosa out of the way for the purposes of the situation.
And they kind of come up. One kind of just like shoots a glare at you. The other one goes and keeps jumping into this barrel, and is just like they're just staring at Anchor Root. Anchor Root will 100% just look around for guidance. They're not attacking anymore. Is that can we go? Is it what do we do?
You can talk to them, right?
They spoke Gnoll. Yeah.
You know, why don't you just say, it was very nice to meet you, but I need to leave, and then you can go. If you're really scared, you don't have to stay.
What if I want to go? What if they start attacking again?
Well, then I will stay in their way, and they will rule the day. They came after you.
She kind of like looks carefully at like the closest Pugwampy. You won't attack them anymore, right? And then the one that she looks at kind of replies to her and we don't no, sure, we don't have to if you don't want us to. Is there can we do don't go if you I can we can entertain you. You want to juggle? We could juggle. I could stand on top of him, and then Anchor Root is getting like a little overwhelmed. Just like looks back at you, Arafe, like, they don't want me to go.
What do you want to do?
Go. I want to go.
And go. Just tell them that Hideaki is your friend and that we want to talk to them, but you have to go take care of stuff. Just let them know we're here to help them. They trust you because you're a good person.
No, okay, she turns around again, and it looks like the one that like first attacked seems to be kind of like the others are listening to him, and she translates. She's just like, if you they she kind of like waves at everybody like, these friends, don't hurt them. I am gonna go. But they want to talk to you. And then she kind of like whispers back to you, Arafe, we're supposed to get them out of here, right?
Yes, they want us to bring them somewhere safe that's outside of the city.
Should I lead them there? Like, should they follow me?
If you want, and we'll stay with you the whole way. That's very brave of you.
No, I just don't. I don't think so. I just really don't want to have anybody hurt. And just.
It is very brave. The only people who can be brave are the people who are scared in the first place. It's not bravery if you're not scared. But we're here with you the whole way. But only do what you're comfortable with.
I'm just gonna be right out here. Just tell me what you need me to do. And she steps like out of the room, but like is like literally hiding from around the door right there, kind of peeking, and you see her hands.
Yeah,
The
I think
Pugwampis
conversation is up to you now.
follow.
Yeah, and I kind of like I get as Anchor walks out, I kind of give him like kind of give her a wink, and I'll kind of spin around and kind of darken my face up a little bit, but okay. Then I'll kind of switch to undergarment again. So, I'm glad you all had fun, but the time to move the fun elsewhere outside of the school is right now.
Oh.
I appreciate that you are disappointed. However, this is a place of business, and we have a lot of things that we need to do and some learning. And this is an inhibit. That's not the word. This is a. He's smarter than me. Much better wordsmith than me. This is a barrier to progress, and we need to eliminate it. Now, yeah, go ahead.
As you are like, and I'm assuming you're talking towards like the one that you were talking
Brooklyn,
to before. Yeah, Brooklyn. Yo, Newsy shout out, shout out there.
Yes.
We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna take this. This is our turf.
But you're like lecturing, right? Like you're going towards this. You're just are like, look, I appreciate it. And like as you're talking with your hands, and the one over here is like nudging his friend and starts to like mimic you, from like with your back turned, and it's just like and like you hear little like chittering, and this one's starting to giggle. Just as you continue, just so you know that's happening.
Tal had, by the way, wanted to, like, as Hideaki was getting all serious, notice that they're, like, moving towards the door, and with Anchorroot saying, like, I'm done, I'm tapped out.
Just tell me what you need, yeah.
Yeah, is gonna just make sure that they don't get out because Anchorroot doesn't want to deal with them right now. So
perfect. You are bodyguarding Hundo.
My tiny but fierce self is going to keep these tiny but fierce things out. Here.
Perfect. Hideaki, please continue.
I am trying to hold my shit together. So just help us help you.
I think Ark seeing like all of this and how it's going down wouldn't say anything, but would step in between the mimickers and Hideaki. Just impose themselves right there.
Yeah.
So the one go ahead.
He's kind of like it's hitting him.
Yeah.
And like he's starting to he's trying to stop himself from escalating.
Mm-hmm. Brooklyn, because having talked to him for a bit now, goes, look, sorry that is not what you wanted us to do, but we're done. All right, we'll go back. We'll go back. Can you stop talking to me?
I liked Brooklyn. I did. And now I
Oh,
don't.
that moment.
Now I and
Well,
it's gone.
can you bring her back? I liked her. I don't. You're you.
Oh, you're about to say you don't like me? Is that what you're about? Is that what's about to go down? I step a foot forward.
Itayaki, is everything okay?
You all right?
Oh yeah, none of you can understand.
We can't understand anything that's being
Nothing.
said.
Yeah,
We're just
yeah,
going based
yeah.
on body
Yeah,
language.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Which I actually think is even better.
The other one starts like chittering louder and is just like these are getting a little bit more like boisterous as you step forward.
Yeah.
I
kind of imagine
and
it
it's
was
just
like, oh.
Yes. And Brooklyn kind of is just like seeing if there's anything like any ammo near it. Well, maybe I was.
All right.
But you don't seem to like me.
I'm actually quite indifferent. That's what happens when you
Okay,
don't care.
well, I'm indifferent about you then.
Good. Now that we are in agreement of where we are, we're both on the same level. Now, let's flip back to the original point of this conversation, which is to negotiate your exit from the school. Now, you said you are happy to go back where?
Oh, back. So, you know. Kind of looks at his friend. Kershkin?
Okay. Sounds nice. So,
He's alright.
all right, cool. But hey, perhaps better than a supply closet, I would imagine.
It's actually real fun in here.
Yeah,
There's so much more stuff to break.
you can get more stuff when you're not in a 12 by 15 area.
Okay.
You would run out of stuff, is what I'm trying to tell you. So for the
there's more stuff
purposes
out
of
there.
patience, oh yeah, out and about in the world, of course.
Okay.
More stuff to break. Here's the thing. Something you and I have in common. I like breaking things. I do like breaking things too. I almost broke you.
You want to break glass? It's really actually real fun.
I tell you what, I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
I promise that if you leave, you and all your friends, you leave. Oh man, I was dropped into a NYC accent there by accident. Here we go.
Hey.
I will make a promise that I will come and visit when I have some time off, and we will have a good time breaking glass together.
Oh, you're not allowed to go back there.
Just because I'm not allowed now doesn't mean I'm not going to be allowed then.
Is she out there? Is she there?
We're not talking. We're talking about this situation. That's
and he is like distracted a little bit.
I'm like, I know I can see that at the very least, and I'm like shuffling and like trying to block as much line of sight as possible.
I switched the comment for a second, and it's just like it wasn't going well, then it was going well, then it's not going well, and then it's somewhere in the middle.
Sounds about right. Trying to talk to gremlins.
Okay.
So should
Where
we?
did they say they needed to go?
It wasn't that they needed to go anywhere. It's more like where they came from or where they were, which was I forgot the name of it already. Sorry, Sarah. Yeah.
So they actually said like, they said Kershkin.
Mhm.
That name sounds familiar. Did you have you mentioned this before?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
But
I don't remember.
When you said that sounds nice or something like that, they said he's okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh.
Got it. Yeah. I was like, it was very much like fill in the blank, and my answer was always going to be, sounds nice. It's the bottom of the ocean. Sounds nice.
and Tal, you see the one that's over here, and like these two are looking at each other up above by the lights. Are just kind of looking at each other, like not sure where to go. But this one is trying to kind of like slide a little like
Nah,
getting a little close to you?
No.
I
think Nim is gonna crawl from like I like to imagine that Tal has like not really a backpack, but just like a little like I guess the equivalent of like maybe a hood that can be detached that Nim just kind of hangs out in, and it's just gonna Nim's gonna crawl out and like glare at this thing and like skitter down and like go up on their hind legs and just kind of like twitchy ears and like slightly puffy multi tails just be like stop it.
So which side of the door is, because I know you said that Anchorroot was like looking around the side of the door, which side of the doorway is Anchorroot? Is she on my side or is she on Tal's side?
It's more clear now.
We'll put her up there.
Okay. I was wondering if she could see this one maybe starting to come towards her or not, so I was going to tell her if nothing else.
That's basically the line of sight.
Okay, she can see the line of sight. Okay.
Yeah.
So Arafe will just kind of go, if you're comfortable with it, could you perhaps ask them to leave? If you're okay with it.
Yeah, you kind of call out the door for that. If you guys want to go off campus, they'll take you. We can go together. We could just go. You guys want to go? And instantly, like the one that was talking to you, Hideaki, like kind of like snaps over. Yeah, we'll go with you. Where you want to go? We'll go.
You're doing amazing, Anchor.
And we'll say that unless anybody has any other questions, we'll go ahead and yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to follow up on the original one that they did not answer, which was, who told you this was a good idea?
It was Christian. All right, he wanted us to come up and you know, I don't know what he's up to. Just that whatever it is, I don't know, up to something. Just it won't be good for you stuck up wizards.
Okay. I appreciate your eventual cooperation.
Yeah, can we go with her now?
Yeah, but when she wants to be done with you...
And it's just going to try to dodge through Tal's into that, like, leg.
I don't know what's going... I don't know what the hell is going on. This thing's just moving towards me. I am absolutely 100% defense right now.
Sure.
Okay.
I will, in fact, punt this thing into the sky if I need to.
And
I
so suppose we couldn't understand what she said.
Right.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I have no idea.
You block any, like, immediate action as you're like, whoa.
Yeah, there's like me and then Staff and then Nim just being like,
yeah, it's a great visual. And as that happens, I'll say, it's okay. We can stand down.
Perfect. With the group kind of making sure that they don't get into any other trouble, and Anchorroot just kind of like not trying to just pretend they're not there, head down, kind of just gonna like walk off, like bring them off campus to wherever you guys want them to. And with the closing out of a successful gremlin wrangling with a little bit of information brought out thanks to some undercommon speak, we'll go ahead and take our break.
Yo!
Woo!
It's already been 2 hours. It hasn't felt like 2 hours.
I know, right?
I know.
It never does. It never does.
So much.
And here I was worried this would not take long enough.
Welcome to having players.
Yeah. Okay. Are we out yet?
Oh, I thought
No.
giveaway?
I said it. I don't know if like Waffles was like insta like click. No. We're out.
Any
Perfect. Okay.
Throw twos?
What's that?
Any giveaway throw twos? Giveaway stuff?
That's a good question. No, I don't think we have one ready to go tonight. Though we may. However, just a reminder for anybody involved in this community, a couple of us here are nominated ttrpg GIF Awards. If you guys want to vote for that, highly recommended. We're on there for Journeys Adrift, podcast that like family. Duval, where are you?
I'm nominated for Duval and Dragon's Most Badass Moment, and both and twice for Olibar's Dream Part 2, which is a one shot that I ran, and that's for I think Silliest Moment and Best One Shot.
Heck yeah!
Yeah.
All
And
right,
it is the best one shot. Just saying.
Perhaps we
Who's
should
your
drop
vocal?
that in the chat again, so then over break you guys have something to do.
Stretch,
What a
refresh
great
your
idea.
brain.
Wow.
Vote.
Gives you
why-
time
What
to
a
go
professional.
vote for the obvious answers and then
Um,
look at the links for some of the clips of the other people who are nominated for other
Exactly.
categories.
Yes.
Exactly.
Some
It's like
good
Star,
Mhm.
you are the bomb diggity.
Absolutely, it's
One whole
posted.
bomb diggity.
That's the link. We love y'all. So we're break.
Be right back.
We're gonna
Don't go nowhere. Gremlins!
bye.
Okay,
Let's use
bye.
take it self-care, pee and stuff.
Whoa. Welcome back. Okay. Our dog's squeaking the toy.
Squeak. It's because we said scree really high pitched, and so he's
Oh
happy.
yeah. He's like, oh, are we partying? Is that what's happening?
Are
right
we
now?
partying? We're always partying.
Yes. We're back from break. It is a party. It's always.
It's a party. It's a party.
So this lovely group has successfully wrangled. It's actually a new sport. It's called Gremlin. It's very complex. It requires a lot of patience.
You cut out a lot there.
We lost you.
Hold on. All right, I will try this. Anyways, y'all have successfully brought the gremlins out, dropped them off of campus, and can return. That is a successful assignment. And as you guys drop them off, they kind of like look at Anchor Root constantly, like the entire time they're trying to like reverentially try to talk, and just kind of like looking at her and like following her around like little puppies. Eventually, you get off campus, and she's just like, "Go," and they do eventually get convinced to run. Back through the rain, you trudge back to your dorms, where I remember who this was. Essie. Essie
Yeah.
is kind of just chilling in the lounge, and she's sitting on one of the couches as someone you have not seen before, I believe, is kind of standing there pinning something up to the bulletin board. Oh, you're back already?
Oh.
Yes.
It was okay.
Anchor Root did amazing today.
That's excellent. Good job. Okay, so dealt with? Any issues?
God, I hope so. I never want to see a gremlin ever again.
I
You seem to
understand.
do an okay job, though, Hideaki.
I'm glad you think so.
I don't actually know you. I couldn't understand what you were saying, but it seemed. I mean, you kept them from. I mean, doing anything.
I thought everything went perfectly well.
kind of looks at everybody and like with like this like bewildered like, did you see what happened like type reaction.
We saw it. We're just in here.
Right. Yeah. Right.
From our point of view, it went smoothly.
Yeah, they were good. It was easy going.
There was a couple steps that made us nervous, but beyond that, it seemed to go just fine.
And sorry about that. My anger gets the best of me sometimes. Sorry, Art, go for it.
Yeah, my bad. I was just gonna say, just for your little like character insight, like any other character, and we might be having a different conversation, but Art honestly like just didn't pick up on the cues and thought everything went smoothly from your point of view.
That's amazing. That's
oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's I'm congrats. I'm very glad to hear it. Very proud. Great. And the young man who was pinning up something on the bulletin is kind of like station turns around and he's just like, "Oh, hello. I have not had a chance to see you yet. My name is Okoro. I just wanted to welcome you. I'm glad we could cross paths." And this kind of very bright young man smiles very brightly at you. He's dressed in kind of like this simple kind of like cloak wrap with like a necklace hanging over it. See the same beads that you all have. He has a wrap, a green bright wrap around his head, dark skin, and I can show this to you.
Ah, look at him.
He looks like a bean, a good bean. Yeah. Oh, if I have you, if you're done for the night, I wanted to show you. I just put out the new poster. Do any of you like games?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It depends.
His smile grows brighter at those that say yes. Oh, wonderful. I have bi-weekly game nights here. No, that is not related to us. That is literally what is it?
Every other Thursday.
Yes, every other
8
Thursday.
p.m. Eastern time.
Yay!
Twitch.tv/Magaambya.
I'm always looking for players. So, and Essie kind of just like laughs at, yes, Koro has more games than I have ever seen.
Type of games do you play?
Oh, anything. Card games, board games, I make up games. I just would love playtesters and anything like that. He's totally
He's a content creator.
Yes.
That's you.
Amazing.
Is this last week?
We're back.
Weirdly, you see yourself reflected in his eyes.
His necklace
out
is
a
just a
card.
lanyard
Like
with a
me,
bunch of
a little
access
bit.
passes to different cons.
Absolutely.
You put my beard on him, like it's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Representation's important.
Yeah.
But yes, so it's information if you want it over there. But you're welcome to join.
Cool.
I heard lots about you.
You did?
Yes, the Mariama was stuck the did yesterday.
Oh wow. I hope it was good.
Honestly, I didn't hear how it went. I just heard the start was lots of action, lots of fun.
Oh, to be honest with you, it was fun. And we came out the victors.
Nice. And he goes up and like goes to give you a high five.
Yep. No doubt. How much taller am I than?
Oh yeah, he's like 5'7", like he's a regular humanoid, like average man.
Gotcha. Like the frustration and then bewilderment and then confusion is all wiped away, like a blackboard, just. And so he's just like, and like his shoulders kind of like relax for like the first time in since the
Frustration.
gremlin situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay.
Game sounds fun.
I'll head back. I haven't seen Abram yet, but I'll go study. My room's over here. If you need anything, just let me know.
Sure. Hey, question for you. Actually, question for SC2 if you know. Do you know where Ignacy is?
Oh, Essie kind of looks around. She'll peek her head down there and be like, Ignacy! Just waiting. Just like see like calls down the hall. If he's here, he's in his room. I haven't seen him.
Okay. Cool.
And basically there's like some shuffling after a second. And Ignacy's doors open as he kind of comes out. See here. I'll bring everybody into actual. Hold on. I'm shuffling tokens. Let's do this. Where's everybody?
Shuffle.
Oh god.
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard. Where's Okoro? There's Okoro. And he's kind of been like putting something up behind this like little table over here. There's a like little announcement board back there. He pointed to his room, by the way. That is right over here.
Oh, let me zoom out.
Zoom.
Oh my god, I remember that show was so good. So where was that one more time, Syrup, for me? Right
so it's basically actually right out.
Oh
of
wow,
the...
he's like right here. Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
He likes to hang out and play games out here.
Nice.
So you hear some shuffling. Eventually, Ignacy opens the door and he's like, "Do you need something?" Towards Essie.
Oh.
No, but like, she just looks at you.
Can I get like 5-10 minutes of your time later?
Later?
Yeah, I just want to pick your brain on something. I don't know. Unless you're, I'm sure you're busy doing something.
He kind of like looks back in his room. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thanks.
When?
What time is it right now?
Probably like noonish.
Okay.
Like I don't know how you guys walked in the morning after breakfast, went there.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. After lunch.
Okay. Here?
Sure.
Okay.
Could be more convenient for you, right?
Sure. I will see you then.
All right.
That just kind of like closes the door.
Kind of nods and just like, okay, I'm satisfied.
I could not remember if I did a voice for him or not.
It was like really
I was
like
fuck, I don't have notes.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it was. I remember it being like very like curt.
Yeah.
And,
almost like the equivalent of like a posh English accent, but
Yeah.
not an English accent.
kind of an asshole.
No, perfect. He's going to have a posh British accent now.
Hey, let's go.
There it is.
You did rich white boy.
Rich white boy.
I was
correct.
literally gonna say Kurt Nobleman. So
Yeah.
Not wrong. Okay. Essie's just like, well, okay. So that's really it for today. Tomorrow, same place, same time. I think it's the Cascade Bears.
And oh my gosh, I keep forgetting how to pronounce the name. The name that the gremlins gave me.
Kershkin.
Kershkin. Okay. Essie, do you know Kershkin by chance?
Kershkin?
Yeah.
No. What is that?
Okay. So, in full transparency,
Please.
we talked with gremlins,
Okay.
and they made mention of this Kershkin person that was that them being over there was their idea, and that it was on purpose, I think, to annoy us, or I don't know. It seems strangely sinister.
Okay.
I don't like it, so I just thought you should know. But if I hear
Yes.
the name again, then I'll, we can put things together.
Kershkin?
Yep.
Okay. And she like actually takes out this little like flip notebook that she has in her pocket and quickly like just jots it down. I'm gonna go do some research and I'll be back. Don't know why she went British. And she'll kind of duck out and head towards.
She's making fun of Ignacy, right?
yeah, exactly. After she leaves, I'll kind of look over to Tal. This is what we're talking about. Remember how I said things could be bigger than just the school? This is exactly what I mean. And I kind of look over to Erife and R2. Like, I have just a bad feeling. Like, it's not just. I mean, I think the school's great. Don't get me wrong. But I just get the idea that there's something bigger at play. Just call it a hunch. But I wasn't. I don't know.
Ark nods almost immediately and says,
"You agree?" I like point. Like objection.
he says, "Yes, there are things bigger than the school. I agree."
Oh. I literally do like this.
It's always a good idea. People come here from all over. They possibly could have brought trouble with them.
Yeah.
Tal shrinks a little bit.
Oh. I'm kind of... I've got kind of two minds to this. Like, first, like, would rather be not a nuisance so I can learn and get more powerful and do awesome things and make a difference. And also, like, nuisance. Cool. Switch things up. Make things interesting. It's like, I don't know. He's literally just doing this with his hands, like, just dots.
Well, if our friend Ignacy has shown us everything, you can be both. You can be smart, successful, intelligent, and be a good learner, and make moonshine.
And be kind of
Jazeera.
That was Jazeera that made moonshine?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
Wait, hold on.
No.
I think so. Yeah,
No.
the cat folk that was.
Yeah, Ignacy was the guy that wouldn't let me read the book, and so now I'm obsessed with him.
Point still stands.
Fair enough.
As you guys are kind of standing around talking, you hear a door open downwards from the dorms as a woman walks out. A woman that most of you have not seen before. Where'd she go is my question. I may have lost her token. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's okay. Good
Awesome.
start.
Never existed.
Oh, don't you know it's a good start?
That's a great
Real
start.
good place
Oh,
to be,
gosh.
though. Why don't you, though?
Oh my god, my
Walking
favorite.
here. Oh no, Brooklyn's back.
Oh, goddamn Brooklyn! We're
Everyone's
back here
Brooklyn.
from Brooklyn. Let's go.
We're
Okay.
stalling.
Perfect, thank you. So as she kind of steps out, Erife, you recognize her as the woman you talked to last night. Trigger warning in chat. Anybody who may be arachnophobic, as a heads up. As this beautiful kind of shy to everybody else you've not or just slightly loose, messy bun kind of tied up, and in front of her, like kind of like in carrying both in her front and her back, to the mama thing that like the
fanny pack.
Oh
no, where you keep kids in.
But for children.
Oh, gotcha.
A fanny pack for children on both her front and her back. As
the front backpack.
yes.
Yeah.
So on both, on her back is a small little spider, and on her front is a little kid, and she kind of has them both slung on either side, and she kind of comes out, just turning the corner. Hi. Is now a good time? I'm done. If you
Sure, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Just 1 second. And she'll go back to the room, come out, and Tal, you see and all of you see the hand glider, from the other day. That it has like the two collapsible kind of wings that like pop out, and one of them be patched up with like silken spider web, that seems to be like threaded through, and it's pleated. Which one of you
Tal.
is Tal? Yes. Here, this is Airfa asked me to help.
Oh.
Wow, that was really nice.
Thank
Yeah, Erica, you rock.
It's something Tal probably would have done herself. It's just thought I would get a little nudge.
Kind of does that like anime like scratch head thing. It's like I don't think I would have thought of that at all. So good on you.
Mom. Can I use it? Can I write it? Can I do it? Can I write it? And the voice comes from
Yeah, I'm like
the child. The child in front, that's kind of scrambling to try to get out of the carry pack, fanny pack, whatever you want. It is definitely
It's
not
a
a fanny pack.
It for sure is.
I was gonna say there's something they call it up here, but I don't know if it's the right word, so I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
And the only word that's coming to mind is like swaddle, but like that's not it either.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah.
The internet says they're called ring slings in the front.
Weird.
I've never heard it
Never
called
heard that in
before.
my life.
It's gonna be a carrying sack.
Carrying a papoose. Yes.
Okay,
Eric
that's
for the win.
I was gonna say that's what we called it too, but I'm like, I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, that's what I've heard that before. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways,
hero point.
Eric, you get a hero point. So Zanvi kind of like jumps, like wrangling out of there by kind of like transforming into like a spider and wriggling out and then getting back into like humanoid form, and kind of just like starts kind of like looking at his mom. It's like, can I? And she's like, no. And she's like holding his hand. That's way too dangerous.
You have to be much bigger before you can do that. You have to be Habram size before you can do that. But there's so many other fun things you can do first.
Like what?
Well, I don't know, but I think if I've seen, you can crawl on ceilings. I can't do that.
Strands of glowing dawn is just. Well, yes, you, but you know, maybe not right now. We should.
Bear, you must listen to your mother first.
And all you really see from behind Strands of Glowing Dawn is like a little like spider, like, and some big round eyes, kind of like just kind of stay tucked and a little shy. All right, well, anyways, I hope that works. I'm glad I could help, and if you want to, you babysit at any point. She kind of looks at you, Arafe, like, I'll get some extra studying in, and maybe I'll bake some cookies for everybody.
Oh, that would be fun. What are you doing tonight?
If you want to take them tonight, by all means.
You've done such a favor for me, and I'm sure it took up a lot of your time last night, so why don't we go on a little walking adventure later? maybe we'll go see what kind of frogs we can find at the pond.
Zanvi kind of like eyes wide at strands of glowing dawn and is just like, can I, Mom? Can I play with the frogs? And she's like, yeah. She kind of looks over her shoulder. How about you wanna play? There's just like a little like head nod from the spider. All right, we'll eat lunch and everything and whenever. Thank you so much.
Oh no, not a problem. We'll go on a great adventure and get tired so we sleep well tonight.
She gives you a very appreciative like. And she'll,
I've been in
head
daycare.
back.
I know what you do.
Perfect. Tal, you're left with the hand glider.
Am I all by myself?
No, I'm still there.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I
Everyone's
think we're
here.
all still out there.
everyone's still there.
I'm here too.
okay. Yeah, I think Tall's just like staring at it.
You don't have to give it to him by yourself.
I know you said you wanted to go apologize to him at some point, and I just figured maybe you'd want to give that back to him too. But you
That was
don't
Tal.
have
That was
you don't
Tal,
have
yeah.
to.
That was Nim. Nim is hungry.
No, it's. What if he's mad at me?
I don't know if he will be. But even if he is, anger passes. Not many of us stay angry for long for minor things. This is not a big thing.
Okay. Okay.
And if he is, he is. There's nothing you can really do about that. But we're still here with you. Whole time. Nothing changes.
And Tal will look up to Hideaki.
I know you're going to be busy later, so could you would you be okay? Could you come with me?
Of course.
I have a
And
question.
I like squeezes her hand. Squeezes her hand.
Ark.
Yeah.
This is a very sentimental feeling moment. How are you processing?
Process my feelings, Ark.
Here they are. Here, have them.
If nobody minds, I was just gonna wait for everyone to stop talking, but Ark will process this in character with y'all, if that's okay.
Do it. Oh my god, yes.
Heck yes.
So
Please.
Ark, kind of as this conversation begins to wrap up, he's been staring at the hand glider most of this time, and he just kind of looks at it for a second and then speaks up to the air, kind of to everyone, and says, "Why did we fix this? Why did we go out of our way?"
I feel like, and I kind of like side eye to like Arafe, and I'm like, oh, no. I feel like it when someone goes out of their way to be kind to somebody else, it means something, and it's long lasting, and it's a great way to make connections. And in a weird way, that's both unselfish and selfish at the exact same time, because people are weird.
Let me preface this next line with, "This is not Waffles, this is Art."
Yep.
He turns his head to
Go.
Hideaki and says, "Do you believe he would have done the same for us?"
It actually doesn't matter, because that's not how kindness works. It doesn't matter if turnabout was fair play, if he would do the same. What matters is what you do and what's important for you.
It's not like a currency that's meant to be spent and returned and hoarded. It is something that should be given freely without any expectations of anything in return. Usually.
Would doing this without gaining anything in return not tire you?
I don't think so.
But it doesn't make it less meaningful.
You see him kind of looking around between all of you, and he says, I believe we have the day off when we have free time later, maybe after this hand glider or the kid watching. He questions. May we all speak over food?
I love speaking over food.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps you can teach us a little language. How do you know so many languages?
All of them.
That was
so many
that was
of them.
extremely impressive.
I thought I knew a lot, but apparently not.
You see him nod. He goes, well, he seems to be searching his head for a word and says, friend, taught me all of them.
I thought for a split second you were gonna be like, yeah, they were downloaded into my brain.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was gonna come.
I was like, wait.
Yeah.
What are you downloading?
That was, as soon as he says that, see, that is a good example of kindness.
Ooh. I'm sorry. That must twist things for Ark.
And it actually doesn't that much. He just kind of stands there for a minute and goes, but she will gain something out of it too.
Yeah?
Well, maybe
Yes.
we can talk more about it over dinner later.
Oh my god, I want sandwiches.
So craving peanut butter waffles.
Peanut butter, waffle, sandwiches with
With bacon in the middle.
right, and turkey meat and oh yeah, let's go.
We are making the most disgusting breakfast.
Ark is like,
Disgustingly
what the heck?
delicious breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, right.
Amazing. Okay. All right. So with this, are you guys going to eat now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's my plan.
Tal wants to get this thing taken care of before lunch. Just holding.
Clang.
Hang on, I don't want to lose this again.
Yeah,
How about
that's fine.
how
We
about
can do
this?
that.
Ark would attempt to jump on this moment and say, well, why don't we take care of the hand glider, the kid watching, and me and Hideaki will make sure we have a table.
No,
I
remember,
think
I'm going with
watching
Tal.
I think I'm watching the children later, so
Okay.
so
Waffles
that Strands
misunderstood.
of Golden Dawn, so the Strands of Golden Dawn can get some studying in her own personal time. So I'll
You
do
can
that
do-
later.
You could do exactly what you just said, but Hideaki going with Tal and then Ark 2 with Arafe to go take a table.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Cool.
We'll grab a table.
All right.
Take as long as you need.
Before we go, I've been thinking about this for a while. We need a go team thing when we separate. So
But why?
thank you for that, Waffles. I really appreciate that. So more than I could ever put into words. Just the immediate
Nope.
Do we?
Do we?
I don't know. I just feel like when we just there's not I just want to keep the energy up. You know what I mean? And there's a big as we exit to our whatever we're doing.
Hideaki, and I love it. It's like,
I mean, we
guys, go team.
Yeah, right.
we could just
Look.
like
Okay, here. I got it. You ready? So, here's what we can do. So as we all kind of like we're all here, right? And then we just do this. Yeah.
Is it
Tal like tucks the hang glider under her armpit and just
yeah.
We have to do it simultaneously,
Oh.
all four of us together. That was my demonstration.
loud?
As loud as possible.
Okay.
Unless
Oh,
we're on
okay.
stealth missions. And then it's more like... Okay. Ready?
Let's give
am
it a
ready.
try.
All right. I'm going to count us down. And then 3, 2, 1, and I'm not going to say anything. We're going to do it. So not 3, 2, 1, go. It's 3, 2, 1, and then we do it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Yeah.
All right. We're going to work on it.
As Outcast Bullhorn.
Just the assignment.
he read, he knew, he calculated,
overachieved.
and he did it. Full stars.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
everything.
imagining
I
the rest of
wanted.
us are like 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, what was that? That was amazing. Ow.
Oh my god.
Good job,
Take
Ark.
a hero point, Arc 2. That was fucking hilarious.
Amazing.
Very good.
Amazing. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll work on the timing later. And Jacob will admit he knew because of Zoom that it was going to explode, and that's exactly what I want.
Good,
So I'm
good,
happy.
good.
I'm
Perfect.
satisfied.
Yeah,
That was
amazing.
beautiful.
that was beautiful in every way that I wanted. All right, as Arc 2 and Arafe head off, Bacchus.
And
Dog.
toys squeak in the background.
A dog. Oh, a dino.
Oh, hey.
It's a dino with a stupidly long neck.
Hear me out. Bacchus has owned more than this, but currently owns
Love it.
4 dinosaurs. Right? Maybe
What a
3.
good
3 or
dog.
4 dinosaurs because that's just
the
how much he
minimum
loves
amount
those
of
toys.
dinosaurs.
Yeah,
It's a minimum amount of
minimum,
dinosaurs that one dog
minimum
can
amount
own.
of dinosaurs.
They're all different
Minimum.
sizes too.
Love it.
Mm. Okay. Oh, real quick. Is the slideshow stuck?
Yeah, it is.
On...
Yeah.
It is. I don't know how to fix it.
it.
Okay. All right.
It was
Well,
the bullhorn.
Yeah.
It just
shook
broke the
everything.
overlay.
Yeah. It's,
Everything is breaking the fourth wall here too.
yeah. Blame me. I'm a bad tech person.
Boo!
No, you're
Boo!
not.
Nope. Stop. Nope. That you know what?
Insult
That's
yourself again,
X
I'm
card for
giving you-
that. Big
Right,
X for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone's pulling
Yeah.
it out.
Suck it.
Shame.
I
love it.
Counter spell boomerang.
Somebody right now, not right now, but next time somebody pulls out a card, I need it to be like the Uno card.
Uno reverse. Yep.
You know, reverse.
Everyone goes and makes a Uno reverse card right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A
That's amazing.
vital part of our safety cards.
Literally.
Oh, someone's doing it.
There you go. Writing it down.
I have a delivery to make. I
Yes,
would like
alright.
to do that now.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So as you guys head over,
I like to think there's
I
like
don't-
this. We all do the thing, and there's the bullhorn moment, and then there's just like this, like, woo, 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 just like this fade transition.
there's definitely there's this
Or no,
moment.
it's like one of those side pan ones that like goes to the side, and then it's just like
Oh,
it transitions to
like
another.
Star Wars wipe.
Yes, except better. Listen,
Except-
it's
yeah,
better.
let's be
It's
honest.
There's a
tasteful and
moment.
it looks cool.
Yeah.
where you try to remember where Habram's room is.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't recall if anybody told you or not. Do you know where his room is?
Oh, I barely remember where my room is. Let's be real.
Cool. So let's say,
Transform.
maybe you poke and you ask strands of
Oh yeah, I would ask people who are from
this
are
dog.
here.
Sorry. 1 second.
I would, I would ask. if Strands is still there.
Yeah. She went back to her room and
established.
And she just very quickly points you in that direction, and you find out that his room is actually right across from your room.
Oh, how that's what one would call dramatic ironies.
How convenient.
How convenient.
I am bringing the appropriate people over there. Tal, on the right here is your room. Left here is Habram's.
How wonderful this was when I chose this room. I didn't even know.
And probably realizing like all of last night, like you had most of your conversation at Hideaki, and you walked back to your room, and then he was right there. So you go ahead, and
I think there's this moment like maybe Hideaki and Tal are having just like light banter about something or other. And, like, halfway down the hall, Tal just kind of, like, stops. And it's like...
I was, like, bumping into you. Like, why'd you stop?
Well, she points to their room. Oh. That's my room. Mm-hmm. And points across the hall. And that's their room.
That's kind of hilarious. So, how are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
Okay. Hey, you can just take that nervousness and just, like, give it to me. I can hold on to it. You got this.
Does that work?
Sometimes. But to be fair, I literally have that with my Eidolon. So, I can just be like, I don't want this anymore. You hold on to that. And honestly, it probably isn't really true, but Overnose is like really agreeable in some cases. So
she closes.
Overnose makes like a harumph.
Oh. You know what I mean?
Tal like squeezes their eyes shut for like 2 seconds. Does it work?
I feel it right here.
I still feel it though.
It's okay. It's your first time doing it, so it's one of those things where you don't get like 100% of it out like right away. So like I think like he like pretends to count like it feels like 15%. So it's okay. We'll work on it. Ooh,
this combo being had like in the hallway.
Yeah, like half
y'all's
like
rooms.
Yeah. Okay.
After
and
you.
she'll like turn around and take like the couple of steps over to the door and like
doesn't take very long for the door to open.
Hi.
Hello. And just to set the scene, as the door opens and you kind of can take a look inside his room, it's a moderately that mostly it has like an oppressive collection of weapons in there, like some real, some fake, and then kind of glancing through past him just a little bit, you do see like hanging on one of the walls, like kind of like propped up, is really cool colorful cloth and like lined with like reed dragon wings.
Oh, that's cool. that's neat.
But yeah, he's there and he kind of looking at you deadpan.
Yeah. Just read what Waffles put on the map. I'm not here on the camera. Well done. Because it literally, never mind. It doesn't matter.
It's very, very good.
Amazing.
We found this and Erife had it fixed and we'll hand like the hand glider. And I wanted to make sure it got back to you, and I wanted to apologize for yesterday. I got a little bit carried away, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
Takes the hand glider and he kind of looks at it for a second. Sees how it's repaired. Kind of like, just kind of double checks, like pulls out each of like the wings of it. Kind of leans it up against the door, on the wall inside his room. Look, I got some sleep afterwards. I was just a little bit in shock yesterday, after it all. But hey, that was really kind of you. You know what? Kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. Who am I to judge a little extra enthusiasm? I get carried away all the time. I almost jumped off that roof. Done it before, gonna do it again. Let's put it behind us. You're fine. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
And
okay.
If you get carried away, like just focus on yourself. You know what I mean? Like boost yourself and like just a little, you know, when you affect other people, it can get a little wonky. Like that was, I mean, kind of impressive at the same time. Maybe you could show me what that was. But let's target it outwards, not on each other. Deal? Kind of takes his hand out to shake.
She'll reach out
and it's like an over-enthusiastic, once again, like arm clasp, like.
Oh.
He doesn't like shake it a lot, but it does that, like, you know, it claps your arm. He's like, good. All right. Hey, take some courage to come up after that. I appreciate it. Kind of sticks his head out. It's like, hey, to you, Hideaki.
Yep. Hey.
Kind of winks. He's like, I heard the convo in the hall. You guys weren't quiet. It was cute.
We weren't trying to be quiet.
Cal can't blush, but like, her ears just kind of like
curl a little down.
See, that was something you should have kept to yourself.
What? Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, come on. I can't get a little ribbing in.
That's fair.
She didn't let me fall off the roof yesterday.
That's fair. Speaking of ribbing, how's them arms? You ready to get them books? Gotcha.
Listen, I just have. Technically, I mean, that would be kind of a foul. So I would say that, you know, we could just call it even, and I don't.
We should have described that earlier. As a matter of fact, the last conversation we had, where you were 100% still doing it, so you don't get to do this revisionist history garbage right now. That's not happening.
Start losing this room. All right, fine. You're lucky, because like I lost our previous bet, got the smaller room, but yeah, fine. All right, fine.
This is the smaller room?
Yeah, Miriyama took the big one. Which.
This is a small room?
Let's see, Miriyama, I'll point out to where she is. Where's her room? Ba-ba. I don't actually
Probably
know
one of the ones in darkness in the bottom left.
Yeah. It's down. It's all the way to the bottom left. It's next to Strands of Glowing Dawn. It's like it was
okay. Tal hasn't been over there. It's fine.
Yeah. But alright, fine. Only because I like y'all. Because you don't quit. Because I got my hand glider back.
So now for the big reveal. I'm totally kidding. I just wanted to see if I could convince you to still do it.
Ooh.
Double rib.
All right. I'm gonna go back to studying. She just like doesn't like having one pulled on him.
All right.
I will
see you
kind
later,
of close the
Abram.
door.
You're great. And I was kind of
Thanks.
like, as the door closes, I'm like, see? You did great.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go get food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Cut to food team. So y'all head down to. Yes, good job.
Yeah.
You head down to the food. Any moments you want to have, let's join you.
We lost almost all of those words.
Yep.
Anything you all want to do before the others join you.
RFA, you first. If not, then I have something, but...
So as we'd be walking, I mean, the minute Arafe heard about the games, her automatic first thought was, Ark would be good at these. So I feel like that's the conversation she'd be having. Is like, so you would probably be really good at those games. Have you thought about going to those?
I was wondering if there was anything to win.
Well, I mean, even if there's not anything to win, it'd still be fun. I mean, I think you, from what I've seen, are arguably the smartest person of our group, so you'd probably be very good at it.
You see him think for a moment and says, I appreciate that, though I think I would have to disagree. You and Hideaki, and even Tao, but definitely you and Hideaki, are much better at personable interactions than I am, and I would say that makes you more intelligent.
I think there's different kinds of intelligence. Yes, Hideaki and I are people. We're good at reading other people. We're good at taking in emotions and taking in cues and just knowing how to talk to people. But if it ever came down to having to have knowledge about the world or about how something works, I'd want you in my corner. And same thing with Tal. If I wanted to have just a positive, like, her emotional intelligence is very high. She's very in tune with herself and she's very in tune with other people. But if it would come to technical knowledge, I'd choose you any day.
Another couple of steps go by during the scene, and they say, in my experience, anything about the world or books can be learned, but I have yet to learn how to deal with people.
I think we're all naturally good at some things. I know part of book learning can be hard because it can be lost easily. I mean, I think I used to know a lot of stuff, and it's kind of slipped my mind as of recently. So anybody who has that kind of knowledge, it's just... I find that very amazing.
You see a questioning look come on his face, and he says, think you used to know. I don't understand. It's especially hard for him. It's somebody that basically learns something and immediately knows it and remembers it forever. So like your whole past thing is something he will probably never understand. But he's questioning at this point.
It's not important. It's just... you can forget things, and it's not so fun.
If it was brought up, I believe it's important. at this time, I imagine they're like going into the food hall or whatever.
Absolutely. And you walk in, there's like a brief moment where Lumusi spots y'all as you walk in. She just kind of like waves from one of the things, and you guys can find a table.
Sure.
They'll probably be here soon. We should probably find some place to sit.
Okay. Yeah, and Art doesn't push the conversation anymore, but he definitely notes that the conversation ended at that question.
Mm-hmm. Ark will remember this.
Yep, Ark will remember this.
Beautiful.
I also like throw in there, obviously we're role-playing for a show, but throw in there, I imagine that there was a lot more small talk about like personal interactions and Hideaki and Tal and everything else.
Sure. And then you guys go ahead and find yourselves a table. And as you guys are like navigating the awkward, like, okay, well, I can't talk about that anymore because that's ended. And I'm sure, Ark is fantastic at small talk.
Arafe is like, so those games.
We were having this discussion earlier. Every introvert needs an extrovert.
Yeah, we were. Yep.
So you might not be able to hold a conversation, but Arafe will bring up things to talk about to fill silence.
Beautiful.
Heck yeah.
Samesies.
And is there anything else before the others join you?
I don't think so. I want to see if Arafe has a comment towards this, though. I think during the conversation, one of the small lines that Ark would drop is, so, Hideaki seemed to definitely understand and be able to communicate with the gremlins. It seemed like he had no problem.
Yes, he spoke a language that I've not heard before, and as we kind of said earlier, with your repertoire of languages, I was a little surprised that you didn't know it either. Do you know what it was?
Is there a way that I can make I think it's society to identify languages, but is there any check that you want me to roll to see if I know the language? Like, I can't understand it, but like...
I will...
Like a...
So akin to... And the thing is that I won't... But
we
akin...
lost a lot of that. You won't...
Alright, let me try that. Akin to in today, like when you are listening to a language and you can't quite sure, like, okay, is that Eastern-ish language or it's more guttural, like you can kind of vaguely identify areas. So I will, like, that's definitely a Latin-based language and things like that. I'll let you kind of identify it to that extent. And then you might be able to say, okay, like, likely it is undercommon depending on how you roll. So go ahead and roll a society.
23.
Yeah, absolutely. So based on how that language sounded, your best guess is going to be undercommon or a family close to it, and whatever that means in Pathfinder.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Ark would just respond and say, well, I do believe that I have read on it before, though I've never had the pleasure of hearing it prior to today, but I think it's one of the families of Undercommon, one of the more guttural languages, as we heard today.
Interesting.
I myself kind of equate it, you see him like shrugging back and forth, equate it to the opposite of the first world language, which the first world is the Feywild in Pathfinder.
Very cool.
I don't know that one either.
I myself do not either, but I've read up on some of them.
Where did you learn all of this?
From my friend. He says it much easier this time, as he said it once.
Your friend seems very smart, too.
She is. She is who I spent my first 5 years with. And everything I know was taught by her before I came here.
First 5 years.
You see him pause for probably a long 4 or 5 seconds. He goes, all 5 years?
Oh? How old are you?
5 years.
Well, you're much taller than any 5-year-old I've ever met.
Saw chat. He's baby.
He's baby.
He gives you a small nod and a shrug, as I'll be made fun of by my players because it's what I do as a GM for NPCs. But he gives you a small nod and a shrug and says, "I do believe that many ancestries grow at many different rates. I am not sure if that would be the quickest, but I have only been around 5 years."
Fair.
About this time, Tal and Hideaki, you guys enter the food hall as well.
As soon as Tal gets close to the table, yeah.
Yeah! Oh man, I was not ready.
I'm sorry. I was practicing.
Oh, okay, no, it's totally cool. You did great.
Thank you.
You do get a couple looks from like some of the tables around you.
I will stare everyone in the eye that stares back.
They just like raise an eyebrow. Yeah.
I love the
Oh.
iteration. That's the best one. That's
Oh,
that. I like
was-
that one is cool.
Yeah, there's like that weird thumb index finger action.
Finger
I don't really-
crossbows.
Finger crossbows. Arafe,
Jeez.
can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can I hug you?
Yes.
And so I give you like a full on embrace, and he's super skinny, so it's like not even great.
So
Lot of fur.
my curse is still in effect.
Oh,
So-
right.
So
Yeah,
you
so
die.
even as we're doing that, you do just kind of feel
So I
like this
die.
energy
You
kind
die.
of seeping out of me into you. Like, it leaves me, I don't take it.
Sure. Yeah.
So-
Yeah,
and
so
it's
you
weird.
die.
then
And
I die.
as you kind of go close to her and go to give her a hug, similar to when she's connected, and some of those kind of vines attach. They attach to you in your chest, and then as you pull away, they just. It's like anything that. Oh, it's like those. You know the spiky balls. Yeah.
Oh, I got the electric
That-
ones.
that-
If you touch
that
somebody
was
else, it's a bad
not-
idea.
Yeah.
The right term to use.
Spiky balls.
The like Tesla balls or whatever.
Yes, the Tesla
yeah.
balls. It's smooth,
Yeah.
actually.
I will forever call them spiky balls.
Yes, that's what they are.
I love it. I love it.
A
Like,
single tear goes down my cheek.
yo, 8-year-old me hears you, okay? So I like. What just happened?
Oh, it's just a thing that happens once in a while. It'll be gone by morning. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay.
It won't hurt you.
Okay. I don't know if I was worried, but I'm just like, that's weird. I mean, I'm open to feedback, but that was weird.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. Hideaki.
Sure.
Can art?
Is it still at disadvantage?
No, you're no longer in their presence.
Okay.
That's fine. Ark, you wanted to as well? Watching
gonna
this?
use
Can
a
I
hero
make an
point, 'cause
Arcana or
Ooh,
Occultism check?
that's way better.
Yes, absolutely.
Which one? They're both the
That's
same.
way better.
Let's.
Can I also, though,
Yeah, I mean,
make an
everyone's talking
occultism
about
check?
this. You can. How about this? Make an occultism. Make an Arcana, Arc 2.
Doing the
Can.
I'm gonna hear.
All right. Yeah, I need to
Oh, I have a hero point. I have 2
Yeah.
of those.
Kinda got worse.
So
One less.
25!
I would actually. I would like to Arcana as well and make it a 23. If it's a perception
Okay.
check, that's a 21.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And then just can you remind me, Arafe, you're a what mystery you've chosen?
Life.
Life. Okay. Can't. Okay.
I would
Perfect.
like to know.
Okay. So, Tal.
Hello. Hi, it's me. Hi. Hello.
Doing over there.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, you.
What's your say?
That guy over there.
We're in a
Walking.
different timeline in New York now.
Yeah, right.
Man,
Now we're in
she.
the 30s.
Yeah, see?
The Great
Hey,
Depression.
And we come
Amazing.
together.
We clearly missed each other. That's what happened.
So,
Yeah.
yes. So those, anybody that rolled above a 20, is that just Tal?
Everybody.
And,
I think
Not
everyone did.
art.
Oh.
Just
Okay.
kidding. So sorry.
Yeah,
I rolled a 23. 23.
For-
But yeah.
for you, Ark, like, you know that it's clearly, like, magical nature, and you can see, ooh, spooky. But, and you can see, like, it's having an effect on her, but it's not something you've ever seen or read of before. Like, this is not quite your area. And I will ask, yeah, no, okay, that's fine. Everybody picked what they wanted. So yeah, I mean, for the rest of you, there is a distinct energy that is, like, you're watching these, and they're not tendrils, they're like roots and vines that are disconnecting and dissipating as through whatever is, like, kind of near her. And it's not like something that's so eye-catching that, like, someone's like, what the hell's there? But there is this, like, draining that is happening, and that's what it's a drain. That's what you notice. It's like energy seems to be leaving Arafay in, like, waves. Like, when you watch very closely, when it connects skin, it, like, pulls from her veins and comes outward and then disappears. In terms of what it is, you've not seen anything like this in the occult or in the arcane.
There's like this excited look on his face. This like, and he kind of like I'm assuming it's like one of those classic cafeteria things. So he slides in. That was fascinating and cool. All right. Well, yeah. So sorry, I was overcome because I've learned today that you are like way more wise than anyone I've ever met. Like, period.
No,
No.
it's just it's easy to talk to people kindly when you have kind people around you. That's all it is.
That's true. That's true.
Hideaki, do you have any scars or, like, things on your body from, like, even childhood or even recently? I guess when you got hit by glass a little bit too.
I think it's probably not visible.
Yeah.
But there's kind of a small one, kind of like underneath, like, right, like kind of like an old like collarbone type situation.
Okay,
as
so it's
well
probably
as,
hidden under clothes right now.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, so the after you kind of pull away from the hug from Arafay, that bruise on your shoulder kind of just stops aching.
It doesn't say anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys are here at the table.
Tal is looking at you, Arafay, with like a concerned look.
Should we get some food?
That is what we're here for. Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And off you go. There's several like the little stations where the workers might be refilling some. There's like roasted chicken, different types of vegetables cooked in all sorts of ways. I'm trying to find things to make people very hungry.
It's working.
I feel
We
like
have a Mongolian grill there.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Damn,
All
I
of
have
it
not
great.
heard of Mongolian barbecue in a long time. Damn.
My
Rip.
college had a Mongolian grill in the cafeteria.
F's
Oh,
in
yeah.
chats.
I went there so
Chat.
long. Every day.
And yeah, and there's like I've just decided this is gonna be a thing that I do every time you put food. I will
Oh,
Thing.
we lost you.
Ew.
no, that's fine. You'll never know what food's here.
Wow, the heel turn. I was not expecting that. Oh, never know.
Never know.
Fly. Subaru from Tao flies off into the sky.
Okay, all right. So you grab your food, you fill your plates up, down into the arc.
Yes.
You initiated this. Take it away.
It's probably a lot of small talk that goes on because the arc does not, though they initiated it, he does not talk like for a while. Like he'll chime in on small talk every now and then, but it's nothing super meaningful. And then eventually in like a break of 3 to 5 seconds of silence that he definitely thinks he can get a word in without like over talking someone, he says, "So, I was wondering, have we become a team?"
Hideaki like leans forward. I certainly think so.
Do you want to be? I assume that Tal had actually sat next to Ark since Hideaki slid in with Arafe. And Tal's sitting like if this is like a bench situation, Tal is still sitting cross-legged on the bench.
Impressive.
I know so many of those girls.
It's me though, like literally right now though.
Hey,
If I could get away with sitting cross-legged on my office chair, I would.
let's be perfectly fair. I sit cross-legged in my computer chair and on my couch. So
Yes.
Yes.
Non
It
freaking
makes me sit up straighter.
It just stretches out the hips, okay?
It's so much better. Anyway. Tal's question still stands. Do you want us to be?
Art kind of looks between everyone and goes, "I have never been part of a team before. What does it entail?"
Tal lights up a little bit and like pushes her plate forward and like grabs like rolls or like small things that aren't messy and like puts them out in front of them and begins describing their family unit in the circus of like sometimes you have these kinds of people who do these sorts of things and like they'll describe, you know, the different circus acts, people who put up, you know, the facilities, and then the people who like take care of the animals, and those who like themselves who like perform, and then, you know, their grandmother who just kind of oversees everything, and they'll like, you know, use different visual bits to like rep like
This napkin's
Tal's a piece of Tal's a piece of broccoli or something like that.
This egg roll.
yeah. And we'll say all of them by themselves are very good. Everything does very well by itself, but and then she takes each piece and puts them back on the plate and then slides the plate over next to where Ark. When you put them all together, you make something very large and very wonderful. That's kind of what a team is. It's also kind of what family can be. And sometimes, sometimes. Does that make sense?
You see him processing for a moment, and he hesitates more than he usually does when he gives kickback, as if like he's definitely considering it. And then he says, "But that sounds like it would cause more problems than positives. Is that what a team is?"
Well, and Tal will pull out like one little like carrot
and say, sometimes we do have people who don't want to be a part or want to make it difficult for others. And sometimes you don't know why. But
Like Anchor Root.
okay.
She did not want to be a part.
Well, that's I
It's
think
not.
it's a little different with Anchor Root.
Yeah, that was more
Okay.
of a mission versus like a connection. And when I say connection, I mean like the fact that you even asked the question means that there's a connection between the four of us. Now, sometimes on the opposite side of things, especially based off of how you came to be, and by that I mean existence. Sometimes there are folks that you're sort of you know emotionally attached to, and that's when things can get complicated because maybe you're not exactly friends, but you're connected because of something that you can't control. So yeah, it can get really complicated. But and I have to tell you, the last few days have humbled me. Like really, I'm used to being really good at things, everything actually, if I'm being honest. But we're stronger together, and I realized it immediately.
You see him.
The best and worst part of a team is that everyone is different. But because we're different, we are able to fill holes in capabilities that other people have. So, like we had talked about earlier, I'm not the most technically intelligent person in the world. And you are. I'm a little more of a people person. You're a little bit less of a people person. So we help each other out in our differences, but they can also cause us to not see things the same way, which is where the emotional or the conflict come from. But as long as we care enough for each other, we get past them.
You see them nodding along to the whole conversation. He glances back to all of you, but more to Tal, and says, "Then, are we a family?"
We're a
What-
kind of family.
What is the difference?
You know, that's a very good question.
That is a good question.
And as this group of four kind of sit around the dining room, discussing pretty deep concepts of the lines between friendship and found family. Camera zooms out. Zoom out and across the campus. The sounds of kind of like good conversation fading, like conversations of questions and answers that help solidify this group. You see kind of like the ties between, the connection between Overnosa and Hideaki. You see a faint connection between Hideaki and Tal. And Arafe. And Arc 2. And these symbolic, almost lines of connections kind of shimmer out as the dining hall and zoom across to out of the campus where you dropped some gremlins off earlier. And goes further down a field. And you see them kind of like wandering around. Eventually, one of them turns to the other and is just like, "Well, that was fun, but, should we go back?" "Yeah, Kirschkin probably wondering where we are. Think we did good?" "I'm sure he has more for us to do." "Alright, let's go." And as that conversation. And with that, a reminder that we play again next week.
Next week!
Yeah,
Next
damn
week.
right we do.
Next
And then we
week,
get to
next
we have a whole week to think about the question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
We got some
Heck
deep
yes.
tonight.
What a
And in this,
great
and in this
question.
essay, I will tell you the difference.
In this essay, I will. Jeez.
We go to bed the next morning. Hideaki has like 4 scrolls of explanation.
Oh my god.
I would like to submit my
didn't sleep.
dissertation.